Hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Drachmae and Demigods. I am Sammy Ferber and I'll be your host for the evening. Welcome back to the Links of Tartarus campaign Season 2. This is our final arc, the final arc of Season 2, and it starts tonight. We're very excited for you to be joining us. If you are brand new, welcome. You can watch our entire campaign, Season 1 and Season 2. It's taken 2.5 years. All of those episodes are up on our YouTube channel to watch at your leisure, so feel free to watch those to catch up on everything you've missed. And this episode will be up on Saturday. So if you have to leave early or anything like that, that's where you can find us. We're very excited to get started here. So without further ado, let's get started. So, previously on the Links of Tartarus, the hands of fate and their demigod allies had trekked all the way up Mount Olympus and had fought Persephone, the hooded mute, in order to make it to Olympus in time for the Council of the Gods. But with an imprisoned Persephone and an almost too clean Hecate, it was looking like only the hooded mute would face consequences for the last few years of mayhem down on Gaia. Until a clutch manipulation by Hephaestus, a new invention of his that ripped something out of Hecate, the part of her that draws power from worship. Without that, Hecate was immediately reduced. Still powerful, but nowhere near the level she had previously claimed. With Hecate relatively handled, and the judgment on Persephone laid down, that she would be imprisoned in Tartarus for 100 years before the matter would be reconsidered, all that was left to do was to pitch the party's idea for the gods. They wanted the gods to all agree to be marked by Chaos's urn of banishment, which would prevent them from coming to Gaia permanently. The gods were, understandably, split on this matter, but it was Athena who seemed the most on the fence. She believed that a decision of this magnitude couldn't be made simply because 14 kids asked them to. This is something that would affect kingdoms around the world. So Athena came up with a compromise. The gods would essentially trial run this new world for the rest of the month. In that time, the party would be tasked with getting the signatures of other people around the continent signing off on this new system. And there would be ample opportunity to get this done before the end of the month because all the important people in Greece are currently descending upon Pheloi for the Olympic Games, once every 3 years. So, when we last left off, the gods had just portaled you back to Delphi. As you step through this portal, you see the sun is setting. It is the end of God's Sight Day. You emerge in the very familiar to you High Noon District. You emerge in an alleyway out of sight, but as you sort of pop into the larger thoroughfare, you see that you are in the center of the High Noon District. Right in the center of the district is the temple to Apollo, this large, open, pillared arena. In there, you see people are beginning to go their separate ways. It seems like there was a center of celebration here earlier in the day that has now begun to disperse. You see cleaning up in the temple the gnomish form of Sun Minkaro and the centaur Lileo, wife of Odella the Wise, are both cleaning up and saying goodbye to people. It seems like you have come here as the party is ending. What are you guys doing?
Well, we definitely gotta go say hi to the Sunmen.
The centaurs, right?
Hmm?
You need a signature from centaurs, right?
No, you do not. Centaurs are not one of the major racial groups that make up Greece, so they are not represented.
Gnomes?
Gnomes, yes, absolutely.
Like, thinking, what can we get?
So as a reminder, the signatures on this list that you need to get, you need a mortal representative of each god, which can be you and your friends if you'd like, or the champions or whatever. You need the sovereign of Xander, Athens, Sparta, Voltura, and Ice Point, the 5 biggest cities that make up the Grecian continent and beyond. And then you need representatives of humans, elves, gnomes, dwarves, dragonkin, halflings. I think just those 6.
Is Latos princely enough to give me that signature, or?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it sort of goes without saying, but of the 14 of you, each representing a god, I don't think there's any complaints about all of you guys signing for your gods.
No, I meant like Latos as like a sovereign for Ice.
He's like, I don't know if I would claim that.
I would.
This is a document that was created by a god. I don't want to sort of test the boundaries of it.
Well, like, I know we got Athens for sure. And Xander, we can pitch around the fact that, no god can kill his wife again.
Should we talk with Odella and
Lileo. I can't believe it's been 2.5 years. This is the one name you guys can never pronounce.
No, we couldn't get the dragons either because they're so
true.
close.
Yeah.
It's when it's an L name, you just kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah, so why don't we gather up all the like prominent people of Delphi and then tell them what the deal we made with the gods so that they can be prepared, and then maybe they can help us figure out some strategies, or if they know of other people that we could talk to as well. And see who's going to and see who's going to the Olympics.
Do we know anyone? Let's go talk. I want to walk over to Carl. All
right. So you enter the Sun Center Temple here in the High Noon District. Karo, you see, is cleaning up what looks like a sort of a makeshift bar. As he's sort of wiping down the counter, he sees you. Ah, you're back. Good to see you.
Yeah, long time no see.
We're cleaning up, but could I get you a drink?
Okay, but does he recognize us?
Oh, true.
He's spent a significant amount of time with you. A haircut and a hair color and some piercings is not gonna make him suddenly not be able to recognize you.
This is why I love him. He's so funny. Anyway,
he just begins pouring you some wine. You missed the celebrations?
Oh, what are we celebrating?
God's sight day?
Oh, of course.
Of course.
We were a little preoccupied.
Oh, I'm sure you're all up to some important things, I assume.
Always.
Yeah.
Anything I can
Can we tell him? Can we tell him? Can we tell the world? Does the world even know? Would anyone know that we were with the gods?
No.
No. Unless we told them.
Oh, we're gonna tell them? I want to tell them all. Well, guess what I did? I set foot on Olympus. Not Adagio, but Reed.
Make a persuasion check.
Ain't no way.
No one's gonna believe us.
Well, I think my persuasion is a +0 too, so that's just gonna be a sad based on like whatever I roll. Persuasion +0 because I have no charisma. Hey, I rolled an 18 though, so I mean.
Okay, 18. He at first tries to sort of see if you're joking, and he doesn't seem entirely convinced. So he's like, "Well, if anyone were to get on Olympus, I'm sure it'd be you. No doubt in my mind."
You know, Carl. Sometimes you're like a cattle. Cattle. Is it with an O?
It's an O. K-A-R-O. Caro.
It's canon.
I just keep saying Carl. I'm like, wait a minute.
Canon. Uncle Carl, whose name I definitely get right every time I say it.
Yeah.
But we actually need to gather up Odella and Lileo.
Oh,
just say her wife.
Isn't Lileo still here though?
Yeah, Lilio's like nearby. She's like, but sorry, some of the powerful people, Odella, Shaxelius, they've already left for Philoe. It's me and Lileo and Keithry holding down the fort here.
That seems pretty accurate.
Okay, well, we can talk to you guys right now, and then maybe send a message to Odella.
Lileo clops over.
Love her.
What is it you'd like to say?
Well, what Adagio said was true. We did go to Olympus. And we made a deal with the gods to pretty much banish them from ever stepping foot on Gaia.
Caro, like, fully reacts to that. Why would you do that?
Just think of all of the things that have happened on Gaia are from the gods. The storms from Poseidon, the famine from
Demeter.
I can never remember her name.
Poor goddess.
I mean, that is true, but so much beauty from them as well.
That beauty would continue.
We're not barring people from going to them. They just cannot come to us. We feel like there is not enough of a divide between mortals and immortals, and we would like to have mortals have more free will.
And that divide is what Zeus originally wanted when creating Olympus.
Whenever the Titans were here, they ruled from Gaia. Zeus didn't want that, so he created Olympus, so that the gods could have a separation from the mortals. And over time, that separation has dwindled. And we wanted to reestablish it on a more permanent basis.
But what of Apollo? He carries the sun across the sky each day.
That's what the champions are for. The champions can still be on Gaia. The gods can act through their champions. They can act through any of their followers. Their followers can go to wherever realm they choose to live in. I mean, didn't blanking on his name. The champion of Apollo.
Phaeton?
Yeah, because didn't Phaeton do Apollo's duties today?
He did indeed, and we're all quite proud of him.
Exactly. So then he can.
We don't have another desert.
So if he can do it for one day, he can do it for him for the rest of the time of his as being his champion.
And like he can trade off with other people who Apollo deems worthy, of course. Like it's not like a.
Well, this is quite a thing you're saying. What exactly do you need us for?
Well, the only way the gods would agree to it was if we had people sign. Is it like it's a physical?
It's a physical like scroll. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So whoever has that, who has it?
Ryujin.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll point to Ryujin to ask him to pull it out. And then be like, we have this that everybody has to sign. We need representatives from the 5 major cities and representatives from each of the
Racial groups.
Yeah.
Major races of Gaia.
Yeah, and all the different races of Gaia.
You're not
if
saying
they are agreeing to it.
You're not saying you want me to represent all gnomes on this, do you?
No, not all gnomes, but if you know of other gnomes that are more I don't know how to explain this very well.
Influential?
And yeah, there we go. Influential.
Well, I'll tell you what. The largest city that's gnome run is Hearthstone. If you want the opinions of a large group of gnomes, I would say that I would trust word out of Hearthstone more than some murderous gnome from Delphi.
I mean,
well, that's why we
hold up.
He killed Phaeton.
He killed Phaeton.
Oh, that's right.
that was not your
I was like,
fault.
It's a different one for some reason.
I was like, sir.
That
I
was
don't
not
know
your
why it's
fault,
different.
Carl. You were brainwashed.
I know,
right?
I know, and I have allowed myself to forgive. But if some random gnome who I've never met found out that the person who signed for all of our kind is someone that killed his direct superior, I wouldn't have faith in that person.
And that's fine. I was more of, you were one of the races. You're the only gnome I actually know
Is that true?
Wow.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know of any other gnomes.
Well,
Not that we've met.
We've met other gnomes. Wasn't one of the
Have
Ashleys
we?
a gnome? Have we? Sammy,
Surely.
talk about the racial
I
diversity.
don't remember any gnomes.
Surely.
Well, I mean, perhaps you can't sign for the gnomes, but I mean, there is an Apollo section.
That's you, Adagio.
Yeah, but Caro, look at him. He's Caro.
I'll tell you what. I will pray on this tonight, and if you would like tomorrow, if I have found peace with this, then I will sign on for the representative of Apollo.
I will also say for the
Is he
gnomes,
gonna move
like
up to
you said,
be?
Hearthstone. Hearthstone will be at the Olympics, so we'll definitely run into a big group of gnomes.
Very true.
Is he gonna be Phaeton, or is he still working on that?
On becoming an archpriest?
There we go.
Yeah, he's working on it. He's not that high level yet.
Is there anyone else who could step in and be like, actually, I want to be the new Phaeton?
I mean, he is the most high level Apollo priest currently
Okay,
in
bet.
the city.
'Cause am I not what? Do I not exist in the exact same city?
I
I
mean,
think
if you want to claim it, you can.
I was like, wait a
Well,
minute.
with you taking levels in Barbarian, how many levels of Cleric do you have versus
Yeah, I was
him?
gonna say, aren't you the one that
Okay,
claims whenever
what level
we talk about it that you're a
level cleric
barbarian?
is Caro? I'm a
You are
level
the one
9
who claims
cleric.
you're a Barbarian.
I
You
am
have
a
as many
level
levels.
Caro is
there.
a level 12 cleric.
You know what? Outrank me. That's fine.
It's
It's
your
fine.
That's what I
Never
was
mind.
thinking.
Can
I
I
know how
turn to
you feel.
Carl and ask him, just as a common person, how do you feel about this? Like, not as a representative at all.
It does make me anxious, I won't deny. I have found great peace, knowing that the gods are everywhere, knowing that I could be helping someone in need in the temple, and that person could be a god in disguise, checking to see if we're even worth saving. Every day I go about my business with the idea that the gods could be looking at me every moment. And I find that reassuring, knowing that there's something so powerful out there that's looking after me. And I understand what you're saying, that they'll still be there and they'll still be looking at us, and that's all fine and good. But it's
But
always
you
been reassuring, looking up at the sun and knowing that my God is right there. I could see him clear as day. It's just going to be different, is all.
But you could also just, have their champion looking at you too, is how I'm trying to think of it.
And as much as Phaeton is a great man, he's just a man. A man I've seen. A man I've watched brush his teeth. A man. A powerful man. A good man. A great man. But not a god.
All depends.
I just started thinking the gods actually brush their own.
I need you to understand that this decision was made, or we decided on this because we believe in everyone, right? We'd like to believe that you do the same even if the gods weren't looking.
I trust in you. You've saved this city. You saved me from rotting in a prison. I know that you are all good of heart. And I know that you wouldn't be doing this if you didn't think it was right. I do have faith in you.
But you are us. Do you understand that?
I'll be honest, not really.
You are us,
Sooner or
we are
later,
you.
if this goes through, there will be no more demigods. Probably.
Eh.
Well,
And
If there are, it'll be few and far between, and they will be far more powerful.
It's like it would be from people who adventured to the different planes to get knocked up, basically.
point being,
I mean, the gods can
a
still
lot
trick
more
them.
people who don't have God's blood are gonna have to step up. And that's gonna be the trade-off for you or just the next person living their lives and not but having to worry about becoming a monster.
Let the man pray about it.
I understand what you're all saying. I just can't in good conscience sign this without first hearing my god's opinion on it. That's all I'm saying.
Apollo said
I'm not
no.
asking you to sign. I just...
You know Apollo's opinion.
The point of us asking for representatives is for us to know what every single person thinks, more or less.
If we go to every
So
single
if I don't
person
ask you as a person, this kind of seems pointless.
Then here's what I'll say. While it's been reassuring for me to know that a god is looking down on me, if a god can't, then I'll make sure that I am looking after everyone in this city, in my temple. You're right, I don't need to know that a god could be looking at me at any moment. It's been helpful to make me the man I am today, but I'd like to think that even if it's just Phaeton up there, that I'd still be doing Apollo's work here in this city. And I think that you'll have an uphill climb ahead of you. But I trust you, and I'll defend you.
Thank you.
Now, with all due respect, you all look like shit.
Who?
You might want to get some sleep.
That's probably a good, yeah. Yeah, we've been awake for a while.
Wait, Phaeton.
Understatement.
Would we? Phaeton.
Kara.
Not Phaeton. Caro. Ooh. I want you to know I said Phaeton in character too. Would we know anyone? I want to know if we would know anyone from the Delphi team. Like, did we meet any of the people who are like competing for the Olympics?
Well, Shaxelius has put his name in for a few events, I believe.
Shaxelius.
Odella's not, though she did consider it, but it's traditionally the people that are the lords and ladies of the towns of which they represent. They tend to not participate, so she's not. But most of the other participants are members of the Light's Eye, people that were originally training for the Oracle, and then that training could be very easily shifted into Olympic training. So,
My God.
I'll be honest. Delphi doesn't particularly perform strongly at these events historically, but it's good experience nonetheless.
If I continued my training with Phoebe, could I take the Oracle's place?
Is that asking the DM?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird thought.
I
You're
might
eventually
have
gonna have
missed
to
this
give
part.
Phoebe up, though.
No, that's my Phoebe.
So, after everything that happened on Olympus, did we held back or did we just get sent back? I can't remember.
We got sent back.
You got sent back.
Okay. And we just chose Delphi as our... Alright,
Yeah.
I see. Well, I mean, I have a decent idea of the stuff I would like to do in the Olympics. I guess if we have to spread out for signatures and not have our own team, then that's fine.
I mean, I'm fine with all of us competing on the same team, but people might be like, we'll sign if you win us a laurel kind of thing.
Well, that's what I mean, is we
We
can't
could just see when we get there.
all be on Delphi
Yeah.
if we're doing other stuff.
What we
That's fair.
should do-
And we said we would all do Nepeot if we could.
We should show up early and figure out what we need to do to get the signatures.
Yeah.
In conjunction with the Olymp.
When does it quote unquote start? Like how many? Wow.
It's the last week, right?
No, it's the last 3 weeks of the month.
Oh, so like literally.
And it's a 28-day month, so you have a week until the first event starts.
So we need to get our asses.
Yeah, it's traditional that the teams get to Philoe before the day of the first event because they're often grabbing last-minute people for their teams.
And then we can get an idea, like practicing stuff.
Should we get there like 3 days early or
Sure.
4 days early? What do you guys think?
If we get there earlier, we might be able to get
Philoe?
more practice. If
Philoe,
anybody is competing.
It's in the Spartan territories. It's south of Corinth.
Okay.
How close is it to Jorax?
It's not terribly close. Jorax is at like the southeastern edge of the peninsula. Philoe is like medium between Corinth and Sparta.
Okay.
It's like
How
literally
many of us
below the
been
mountains.
to somewhere close? Is it possible for us to helm there, or are we gonna have to
I
like
would have
helm
been
close
to
and track
Arcadia,
it?
right?
I don't know if you've been to Arcadia, because Arcadia
Where
didn't
in the
need
Spartan
you
territories did I go with the providers?
to.
You went to Corinth, didn't you?
You did go to Corinth.
That'll get us pretty close.
I can get us that far, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll helm to Corinth, and then we can take a day to track the rest, or what do you think?
I mean, if you're going on foot from Corinth, you're talking like a week of travel.
What if I fly nonstop?
What if
You might want to
what
hitch a
if we
ride with
rent
someone.
what if we rent some horses and a wagon?
It'll
have
still take a
horses.
week.
Yeah, because I was just wondering if I was flying for most of it, would I get there? How quick would I get there?
Well, where is?
All right,
Can
so
we
here's
see?
the deal. Here's
You
the
can
deal.
still only
We're gonna give
travel
a
a certain
gate stone
amount
to
in a day.
Ilme, and Ilme is going to just constantly run, sprint, dash, use their
I'm
everything
waiting.
just to get there in a day, and then we're gonna gate stone.
This is
Wait,
not a level
where is
15
this?
problem. This is not a level 15 problem right now.
We
I
said
was just
Spartan
wondering
Don't we
because-
know someone who's been there? There has to be someone we know who's been to Philoe.
And go ahead and make a history check, any of you.
Okay.
Would Dardania or Vanix
good
have
at
ever
that.
been there?
Haven't we been
16.
to? Wait, where's Philoid?
Philoe's in the Spartan territories.
Is it Peloid?
Philoe.
The
21.
Where am I? Okay.
21. It's north of Sparta. That's where you should be looking. East of
Like right
Arcadia.
below the little mountains.
Oh, it's that little thing
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there. That's fine.
Anora, so there's this sort of famous Olympic truce in Philoe where you can't like fight each other in Philoe, but that doesn't account for outside the city walls. So famously, a lot of the roads heading into Philoe can tend to be pretty dangerous. So because of that, historically, powerful people, kings and queens and those kind of people, often teleport directly into the city. There are like set up teleportation circles and stuff like that to avoid needing to travel by road, and they let the athletes and other sort of like civilians travel by road. But the fancy people generally don't.
Can I attempt to scry on like Odella and I'd see something there and I'd be able to use that like with the helm, right?
Yeah, if any of us that are going to use the helm are able to memorize that teleportation circle, we can use that.
Because I can just ask. Can I ask Odella to like? We could message Odella, ask Odella to look at a teleportation circle, and I could scry on it.
But it's not the surroundings, though, right? It's just that person you see. I thought, or no, it is. It's our immediate
You'll
surroundings.
see surroundings.
So yeah,
It gets us directly there.
yeah.
I mean,
If she can get access to one, right?
I have a feeling Odella can.
Would Triaga know somebody that could?
Oh yeah,
Teleport.
I think
Entourage?
it's safe to assume that the Queen of Athens probably will be teleporting directly to Philoe.
Yeah. So why don't we?
Why don't we just go with
Why don't we message her and be like, "Hey, have you left yet?" Or something, and then we have gate stones to Triea, or at least a gate stone, right?
Yeah.
And you also now have multiple means of teleportation directly to her.
Yeah, because
you have the helm, and now Vanix can teleport as well.
Yeah, I was like Vanix can,
Yeah.
so we can get there, and then from there to Tholoy.
Yeah, let's see if she's left yet first. Do I have
Yeah.
a sending? Who has a sending stone that goes to Triea? Ryujin?
That
Ryujin
would be
does.
me.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'll take that bad boy out, and I'll just whisper into it like, psst, psst. Hey.
It works once per day, so.
Oh, okay. I'll say, hey,
I was like,
have you left for Olympia yet?
Aloy.
If not, Aloy, and can we hitch a ride maybe? How you doing? What's going on?
The response back is immediate. You're alive! That's great! No, we're still in the castle. We weren't gonna leave for a couple days. But please come, I want to hear everything.
That's all we get. We
Okay.
can't message her again with the stone.
not with the stone at least.
Wait, what time is it now? Is it?
The sun has now set. It's nighttime.
Oh,
Okay.
for what?
Can we
You know I hate
sleep
the
first?
night.
I mean, if you guys want, we can sleep in Delphi, or we can just go straight to Athens and stay there.
We haven't
don't
stayed in
mind.
the manor
It's
for
been
a
a while
while.
since we've been to the manor. We might need to go check in on that.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
go see
Make
our
sure no one
staff.
has robbed the place while we're gone.
We have a staff.
You have a
And?
staff, and the good news is, as you guys make your way to Sunbrown Manor, the building and the organization within has such power and respect within the city that no one would dare rob you guys. You walk in, the bare bones staff that is there, since you took most everyone with you, is extremely delighted to see you. They begin to cook up as what little meager food they can. But you can all find your beds for the evening, your pools, your rooftops, etc.
I
Isn't
wanna. You
pool
think
on
if
the
I?
rooftop?
No, the pool's in the first level.
It was on the rooftop. The statue's on the rooftop.
Statues on the rooftop.
If I asked Phoebe to show me the future in my dream, could I project that future to someone else?
One way to find out.
Okay, heard.
How many staff would you say we have right now?
Right now, there's only about 5 people here, besides the 14 of you.
5? Alright. I'm giving out money.
Great.
They love that.
I'm giving
Sorry,
out money.
I'm giving out money.
How much you giving them?
I don't have any money to give out, otherwise I would.
Cool, 200 gold to
Woo!
every staff member.
God damn!
Oh. Damn.
Now they're gonna go to the Olympics and gamble it all away.
Jesus,
Um,
for real.
amazing.
I would.
Is there anything else before we take a long rest?
I do want to start working on a new disguise with the thing where the week
Sure.
thing. So my question is, can I just spend a portion of the day doing that every day for a week, or do I need to spend all day doing that?
Correct me if I'm wrong. The wording of the ability says if you spend a week doing this, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So I think it needs to be a week of downtime.
Okay, and we have exactly a week.
You have a week. Yeah, like I'll say if you spend most of your day doing this, until the games actually start, I would say that would be fine.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we'll see.
I'm gonna do that. I want to make a new disguise as one of the people at the Xander library. Like,
You got it. So,
So-
that toga and that specific pin that they were all wearing. Absolutely. Sounds good. You can begin that work.
Yep.
Can I go annoy Ryujin at the pool because I want to pick his brain about something?
Absolutely. You open the door to the pool chamber and Ryujin's just there, dead man floating, living his best life.
Hey, do you mind if I come pick your brain about something?
You hear bubbles.
I'm like, I can't understand that, and you know it.
Sits up. Sorry, what?
I just wanted to ask if I don't know. I have a couple of questions. I just wanted to get another opinion on it.
Sure, what's up?
So, had I told the party about what I saw whenever I tried to find my dad? I don't think I told everybody about it.
Why don't you do it now?
That's what I was going. That's what I was trying to see if I needed to or not. So, in our downtime before, when I was trying to figure out where my parents were, and I was trying to check in on things. So, basically, at this point, my dad is just wandering nonstop, and my mom is running herself ragged, trying to keep up with him. And with having to ask for help from Hades, the boon's no longer an option to get his soul back. Would I be a terrible person if I found someone else to represent Artemis on the council that we wanted to make?
Why?
The only other way I can get his soul freed is what Hades told me, that when I go to the underworld for the final time, I can go to Tartarus and attempt to get his soul back. And I don't know how much longer my mom can keep up with this without running herself to death. And him and his body just become completely separate.
I mean, who else would be able to represent? And also, I don't think you're a terrible person for, I guess, wanting to do this, but for I don't know. It's definitely a tricky situation, but
I could technically represent her still, just not as fully mortal.
And I'm not even sure what to say. This is heavy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's terrible of you to want that. I think that it's understandable.
Like, it fucking sucks. We've all gone through so much. I mean, literally, we all had barely just met, and I had to be revived. And, like, we have all grown. You guys are my family, but I can't, in good conscience, let them run themselves ragged for something that I could have prevented and I didn't. And I wasn't strong enough to bring him back.
I mean, fair, but if we didn't use the boon, we probably would have died.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, with whenever I tried to bring my dad back, I wasn't able to fully do it, and I couldn't prevent. I left him alone knowing that Paul Bennion knew.
I don't think that's a measure of your strength, though, or you're not being strong enough. I mean, his soul was tied to a deal. I mean, he had made a pact, not a pact, but like a similar situation with what effectively is just a demon. And
Didn't know he was making.
I don't think that's a measure of, like you not being able to do it out of strength. It's just there's not very many options in that.
I don't know what to do. I mean, I know I have a home.
And who knows?
On a different plane waiting for me, but I won't be able to see you guys anymore.
You know what? Who knows? Maybe after we get done with the Olympics, the gods come to a conclusion. I don't know. Maybe we can do something to get Hades' favor. One last. No.
Yeah.
Who knows? We don't know what's going to happen. And I think that I don't think any of us definitely none of us want to lose you. You're part of the family. But I think we all also understand that, this could potentially be something that you have to do. And I know it's probably selfish of me to say to wait on it because, like you said, your mom is running herself ragged.
I feel like it's
But
selfish of
I,
me to
I, I
consider
guess
it.
we should see if there's any other options after we have a little bit of time. Maybe take a couple weeks or so before you make your choice, and we can see if there's anything else we can do.
Yeah, I feel like I'm selfish for even considering it because I know we had talked about the council and everything, but I don't know who
Is
else.
there any way we can, I don't know, not trap the floating orb soul of your father, but maybe keep it in one spot, maybe contain it in something?
From what it seems like, so my mom left a note in Sullivan. You saw that because we used the helm to get there, right?
Yeah.
You usually would have seen that. She left the note. He's just become super restless, so trapping him wouldn't be fair to him. He can't help it. I don't know what to do. And part of it is just that it's a shitty situation that is kind of unprecedented and it fucking sucks. But I don't know what I can do besides do whatever I can to free his soul because I could have just, if I hadn't revived him, he wouldn't be in this problem anyway. His soul would have been not laid to rest. It would still be stuck in Tartarus, so it would still suck. The situation sucks no matter fucking what. I don't know. I don't want it to come down to that, but if it does, I don't want anyone to hold. I don't want to hold any resentment to the fact that I'm doing it, and I don't want to have to feel guilty for doing it. And I know that sucks, but I feel guilty even having to think about it. And I just wanted the opinion of someone who's been on the other end of me dying before. And I know that's selfish, but I just...
It is tough. Like I said, none of us want to see you die or just go in general. I feel like we've all grown very close. But, at the end of the day, you gotta follow your heart, do what you think is right, and if that's it, then none of us can really fault you for it. It's your parents. I would walk across the entire divine battlefield barefoot for my mom if she was still here. So
this is what having a shitty family situation leads to. They treated me like shit for years, and now I feel bad. Why have I gotta be the bigger?
It's a good sign, a good measure of your character.
I don't know. I'll wait and see. I know before I had asked Adagio if he'd basically kill me because I trusted him to. But I don't want to put that on him or anybody.
Yeah.
How did you guys die when you came to the underworld?
After you got, we basically the champion of Artemis just slit all of our throats.
That makes me feel less
I was
bad.
actually the last. Who was the last to go? Was that me?
I think it was me.
I watched everyone die. Was it Adagio? It was me and Adagio.
I think it was Adagio.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure also
Horrifying
Alexios
experience.
was stabbed through.
I think it was
Alexios
It was
got
like you get
stabbed
slit
through
or
the heart.
stabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that makes me feel a little less bad because I didn't want to have to ask Adagio to do it. And, I really don't want to, but I was also thinking about asking Artemis to either do it herself or have her champion do it.
I think that'd probably be the way to go. But
Yeah.
how about... Look, we still have a little time. maybe let's think and see if there's anything else we can do for your parents before it gets to that, or maybe there's something we can do to help. I don't know. I'm not sure what else to say or what I can offer. All I know is, ultimately the final decision will be yours. Maybe there's stuff we can figure out to help or to, lessen the burden. But
It is my burden at
it's
the end of the
just-
day. I left him alone knowing Palbenion knew, so.
As the moonlight shines in through the window, you eventually find yourselves with heavy eyelids. You know that sleep will not wait much longer.
I'm gonna look to Regent and say, well, thank you for the advice. I knew you would do anything for your mom, so I wanted someone's opinion on that.
Try
And
not
I'll
to.
head up to the roof.
I know this is going to sound really dumb, and I hope it comes off the way I mean it to, but try not to put too much thought into it right now or tonight. I know it's a big decision, but
That's why I'm trying to get
we
opinions
still got
early.
some stuff to do before it
That's
comes
why
to
I'm
that.
trying to get opinions early, but we need to go to sleep.
Mm,
Thank you for the advice.
no problem. Try to get some rest, and then I'm just gonna sink down to the bottom of the pool.
Not at all concerning.
A single bubble. Bloop. As you all find, yeah, as you all find sleep. Oh, go ahead, Adagio.
I like looking into the future when I'm sleeping.
Would you like to sort of direct Phoebe as you
Always.
anticipate sleeping?
Isn't she amazing? I'm gonna miss Phoebe, y'all. Phoebe, why? Why? Are you sure I can't keep her?
Okay.
I just accidentally forget to give her a mark.
Yeah.
That'll be fine, right? That'll be okay, right?
You
I want to
guys-
see what
So well.
I want to see the futures where Karo ends up becoming the Sunman and that little they do a ceremony or something, right?
The
That's
Archpriest,
what I
yeah.
want to see.
Yeah.
But if Fate's on, if Lathos is sleeping with me, I want to see if I can project those visions into other people's dreams as well.
Okay, how are you attempting to do that?
Maybe I could try to connect the dream to Lathos. I'll think of what I want Phoebe to show me, but that future also involves Lathos in a way, and so I'm trying to push a future where I'm seeing that and I'm seeing Lathos at the same time.
Wait,
Okay. You're
Are
not
you
sure how well it
pressing?
succeeds.
are
My
you
what?
pressing the dreams of Sunman Karo on
I'm
other people? Or are
pressing-
you dreaming about Lathos impressing other people?
Okay.
What is
I'm-
happening?
I'm imagining the future where Sunman Karo is head priest, and me
Archpriest.
and Lathos archpriest. There we go. And me and Lathos are getting married, and he's the one officiating us. So I'm you know what? There's Lathos, there's me, there's Sunman, there's archpriest, blah blah blah. And then I'm just trying to I see it. Now you see
You're
it.
guinea-pigging your
Now you
boyfriend.
see it.
As you
I have a
struggle to...
question.
Yeah, go ahead, Alexios.
Did everybody come back with us?
Yeah, you all came back as one unit.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I assume
Okay.
Cora's with you.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. Can I talk to her?
Of course. In the privacy of your own room, you both are just sort of sitting there, taking in everything that you've experienced in this day.
Oh. That.
That was quite something, wasn't it?
Yeah. It seems like it's gonna be real. And now I feel like I don't know what to do. If that makes sense.
Well, it seems like we are closer than ever to your idea of the future. So, after this, after the games, I think you can do whatever you want to do.
But like, okay, what if you learned every skill? Like, every skill there was to know.
Alright. I don't know.
What would you do?
I don't know what I would do. I suppose I would need to find another purpose. Perhaps I would focus again on my Owler training. Perhaps I would go around and investigate things and bring justice. Or perhaps I would... I've become quite fond of running society. Perhaps I have a future in politics. I don't know.
It just... slightly before Mount Olympus, you said something and it kind of stuck. And I realized that we have... Where could we go?
Where do you want to go?
I mean, everywhere I wanted to be is no longer a possibility, right? Like, I can't go back and live with my mom. I can't live in the once smoked tower.
Alexios,
I can't.
I don't think you realize just how powerful you are, and I don't mean that in terms of what you can do, I mean that in terms of who you are. If you wanted to claim a circle of dirt on the ground, people would flock to you. I would put the stones down and build a tower with you. I don't think that I've ever met someone so unlimited in your imagination and your potential to create whatever it is you want. You professionally create things out of your own imagination. It's wonderful. It's magic. If you want to create a perfect place to live, then I have no doubt that you can. And maybe that's with Ryujin in his fort. And maybe it's with Adagio in some temple somewhere. Maybe it's with Anura in Artemis's forest. Or maybe it's on the plane of fire with your brother. Who knows?
Maybe it's with Korra.
Maybe it's
Where?
with Korra.
I just say that was fucking smooth from Korra, by the way. I'll help you. I'll bring the stones and help you build a tower. That was fucking smooth.
I just need you to understand that it's with you is the most important part, but I don't know what I could do for you, or what if I'm not doing something for anybody. I don't know what I'm doing.
She gives you a little kiss. Alexios, after all this, you and me, we're going to create the new world. We're going to make it just as we want it to be. And we're going to keep each other in check as well. I don't want this to become some villain origin story. This is us. This is us making the world the way it should have been the entire time.
Okay. Serious moment. villain origin story, you in all black, like all the time.
All black, platinum mask. I'm just saying, it would be pretty cool. But that's not the point. Maybe later. That's not the point. Alexios, after this, the world is whatever we want it to be.
I think this was just a roundabout way for me to hear you say that you were going to be with me after all this.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're stuck with me.
She's pregnant.
I'm glad that she specified the non-villain origin story, because when she said we're going to create the new world, how it should be together, I was like,
Alexios.
Yeah, that sounded wrong.
I've spent my entire life following fascination, finding things that I don't understand and trying to figure out how to understand them, being amazed by how people can move their fingers and create beauty in the world where there was previously none, and you are that incarnate. You are the most fascinating person I've ever met. You can do so much for everyone. All of your friends are decked out in things that you've built them. And now you're constructing a new way to run the world. You are everything I want to be surrounded by.
I hate how sometimes you take the words out of my mouth.
Goddess of wisdom. Sorry.
That's... By the way, your mom is really...
A lot.
intense. It's kind of like it's...
Let me tell you about the paradox of the phoenix. It's like, we get it. You're extremely intelligent.
Knowing that you could do that is...
What is that sound?
The garbage disposal. It's not mine. That's not me.
We can plan the future for the rest of our lives, but right now, all I want to do is fall asleep in your arms.
That is a plan. And we can, we can, I'll have a full plan by morning. Don't worry about it.
I
Bullet
look forward to
points.
hearing it.
Thank you.
And you. As you all find sleep for the evening, you can all take a long rest.
I will say,
Yes.
After seeing this scene, I was reminded about that Dardania came with us.
Dardania's
totally
with you.
forgot. Yeah, so I was just gonna say, the only thing I'd like to do is, if Dardania is just in one of the spare rooms in the manor, instead of just sleeping in the pool, get out, dry myself off, make sure I'm not soaking wet, and then
Join her.
Yeah, knock on the door, see if
Sounds
they want any company, and then fall asleep together.
Nice.
PG.
As dawn begins to break, Alexios, Cora is still asleep in your arms. Your eyes are still closed, but you feel the hairs at the back of your neck stand on end, and you know that there's someone in the room with you.
Open my eyes. Stand up.
You see, leaning against the wall, with bronze armor almost fused with his skin, Archimiones, weaver of metal, champion of Hephaestus. Hey.
I'm gonna try to slide from under Cora.
Yeah. You're able to sort of just plop her onto one side of the bed and scooch around. I hear you've been making some moves, big moves.
Yeah. Figured I should have probably ran it by you, just maybe as a preliminary thing, but
Don't worry about it. This is your story. I'm just playing my part. I got something for you. You know, I don't know how much he said back on Olympus, but you impressed him. When he got back to his little workshop, he destroyed the egg that was going to be for Hecate. But he wanted me to give you this. And he reaches into a pouch and pulls out a large oblong gemstone. It's literally like it takes two hands to hold it. And you know immediately that this is one of the scales that was on those giant eggs. This one seems to be made of pure amethyst, this purple gemstone. And you can see the intricate runes on it. It seems to be a single scale from the egg. And he hands it to you.
what is it? What is this?
It's two things. It's a reminder of the good work you've done, and it's a reward. Put that thing in fire for 30 days. Don't let the fire go out, and be here when it hatches.
Okay. Is this
Alexios,
is this something new?
this is something completely new, and you would be in possession of a new ally, a new creature that has never been seen on Gaia before. But this is just a scale. It's not like the eggs with him. It's not going to be some giant fucking thing. It's going to be a baby. You're going to have to raise it. But I figure, he sort of nods his head over to Forge. I think you could use a real one.
Oh. Holy This is real.
This is real.
I'm not dreaming.
It's kind of in between.
See, if it's in between, why did you feel the need to come here? Because you see me with Cora.
Yeah.
That's kind of... You're a big brother. I have had a big brother. I understand.
Take some
Speaking
advice
of
from
which,
me. Yeah?
if you're a god today, right?
I think my time has passed, but sure.
Dang it. I was just wondering if you could fact check or just check up on someone for me. It's gone missing.
Who?
Every time I've tried, it's gone. Yeah. It's like really the only thing I've ever failed at.
Your brother.
Somewhat. I feel kind of messed up calling him my brother to you, but...
Please, he's more of a brother to you than I am.
Also
We've met
true.
a few times. I didn't grow up with you. Tell you what. This was your present from him. This will be my present from me. I'll search for him. Don't give you any guarantees, but I'll give it a good old try.
I feel like I could never give you anything. Like, what do little brothers give big brothers?
Headaches, mostly?
I can figure out a way to do that.
Tell you what, here's what you can give me, alright? If this all happens, and I'm only hearing it from him, so if this all happens, it's up to you to make it work. Alright?
And one more thing.
Yeah.
Can you tell Dad that he was so cool? Like, the whole, like, oh, if that's what you get, return him into a fucking dragon. That, like, okay, everything that happened with Tiamat, screw that. That was like the tip top of the story.
Believe me, he knows. He told me about it 3 times already.
It's nice to know that like the bragging thing was hereditary.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Okay. I feel
Look.
bad sometimes.
Go back to sleep. Fire. Month. Come back. Yeah?
Yep. Thank you.
He flicks you on the forehead and he's gone.
I have a question. He said he'd give it a try. What's the equivalent of a good old
Good old
college try in
College
Gaia?
exists. College
Philosopher's
exists.
try.
A trials
Alexios,
try.
you can search for and add an amethyst scale seed to your inventory.
Is it going to be a gym dragon?
This is the world's first amethyst dragon.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Could have been Hecate. Now it's
Could
just a
have
stupid
been
little
Hecate.
dragon.
Oh.
I don't think it's stupid.
This dragon is now in charge of all magic in the world.
Yeah. So, as you all wake up, make your
Didn't
way.
see anything.
No, it did not work.
Okay, but did I see any futures?
Yeah, I mean, there are plenty of futures where something like that happens, for sure. But you also get the sense, make an insight check.
No inciting. Let's
Just use your passive.
No.
Can I? Rude. I rolled a 19, so plus
Okay.
8, 27.
27, you definitely get the sense that Phoebe seems distracted.
Maybe. What else could you possibly be thinking about?
As
Maybe
you're seeing
Apollo?
these flashes of the future, for some reason it keeps flashing back to Apollo on Olympus, and then your future, and then Apollo on Olympus, and then your future, and then Apollo on Olympus.
Nice.
You just saw her eggs. Give the girl a break.
Yeah. So, you all find
She didn't
yourselves
say anything to me.
in the breakfast dining hall. You can do your wheel and woe and your divination and any sort of other daily preparations.
I
And
really
the day
hope
is
I don't
yours.
need to roll for anything today.
I rolled a 14 and a 6.
I need to roll. Really hope I don't need this today.
We never know what we never know when it comes to never knowing.
I am on wheel. Yeah, wheel's the positive. I had to think for a minute.
We.
So, the 14 of you are in this dining hall having your good berries and your water. What are you guys doing?
Like,
guess-
Wait, so when are we leaving? Are we leaving?
Leave whenever.
Oh yeah, that's right. So we're leaving today to go to Athens, so we can have the plan to go to Sparta.
Yeah.
Can
Is
I
there anything
wake
we
up
need to do in
early?
Delphi before we leave?
Can I go to the temple of Hephaestus?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Is I know her name.
Hit me with it.
Oh no,
Speak,
I
at least.
don't. No, yes I do.
You got it. Do you want me to give you first letter?
Yes, first letter.
T.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
See,
Oh,
I
I was
used to
thinking
know
K.
the name for the one for Artemis, and then
Nope.
she died.
I don't have it.
Torbera. Smith Torbera.
Smith Torbera. Damn it! I knew it. Okay. No, I was thinking K,
but yes, the dwarven priestess of Hephaestus is in the temple when you go.
and she's in charge here, or is she just like
Yeah,
the...
she's in charge.
Okay. I would walk up to her and, hey,
Hi, it's good to see you.
great to see you. Did I tell you about Olympus last time I saw you?
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Well, we've been trying to get to Olympus, and we made it to Olympus for God's sight day.
You know, nothing you're gonna say ever surprises me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it'd surprise me if I wasn't there, but
Was it everything you wished it was gonna be?
it was scary.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, it was scary, but like today or yesterday was especially. But either way, uh, we have a task from the gods, and we kind of proposed a idea, and basically, I was wondering who is the highest ranking clergyman for Hephaestus.
Um, I mean, it's not just like one sort of organization, but my guess is that the highest ranking people are probably on Vulcan.
Do they generally go to the Olympics?
Well, sure, the Hephaestus Islands are their own team. It's not Vulcan specifically, but it's all those sort of neighboring volcanic islands.
All right. Thank you.
I wish you luck in whatever it is you're doing.
By the way,
I have a favor
Can
to
we get-
ask you, actually.
Sure, of course.
I got a gift from my father, and it's really important to me, but I need fire.
Well, that we have in spades.
Continuously for 30 days.
That's already a part of our procedures. This fire never goes out in the forge.
In a place where no one can intervene.
We do have a private forge. That's only for the clergy.
Would you be able to tend to it for 30 days for me?
Of course. Least I could do.
She told you to take a
And
look
are
up
we
there.
are we like alone?
Yeah, it's early enough that there's no one else here right now.
I show her the scale sheet.
What the fuck is this?
It's a gift. It's something new.
Well, yes, definitely in the private forge, and I will make sure that no one knows it's there but me.
I need you to understand how important it is for me.
Son, just looking at this, I am trained in the radiance of the gods. This was crafted by Hephaestus' hands himself. I can tell without even doing any magic to determine it. It's the power of Hephaestus is stronger in this little thing than in that forge over there. Whatever this is, I can see its importance.
Thank you.
Good luck to you. All right,
Good luck
friend.
to you.
Yeah. All right. She goes.
I don't know who you can contact if anything bad happens, but like,
I can send you a message.
yeah, please,
course.
immediate.
Absolutely.
And I leave.
You got it.
yeah, I have a
Also,
question.
just a random question, or like not a random, but out of character question.
Yeah.
Does like does the scale thrum with energy like Tiamat scales?
Not that strongly, no. It feels more like a construct, like something that was built, that was created. It feels a similar thrum of energy as the document that Athena made. It just feels like this is a god's work. But it's not like influencing you or anything like that. Regent.
Thank you. So, right. Okay, I remember right after we fought Tromocrates, after we got done with that, we had told the, I can't remember what their name is, the people in charge of like making basically armor and weapons from the remains, that we wanted like stuff made for us.
Mm-hmm.
So when we go back to Athens, I want to check on that. I just want to make sure I have all the details right, because did I give them teeth to make a trident? I swear I did, but I don't know if I did.
Let me pull up my notes. I'll find it when we're on break.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to check and see what they had done. I think it'd be really dope to rock some Tromacrates gear when we pull up to the
For
Olympics.
Sure. Absolutely.
And then I also wanted to have like are we spending like the morning doing stuff, or are we convening right away?
Totally up to you guys.
Well, I mean, Alexios had to go to the temple,
Yeah,
so
fair.
can Honora head over to Artemis's temple before we leave?
Sure. Ryujin, you had more?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if we were taking a little bit, then I would like to just have a relaxing morning with Dardania and eat, kind of just lounge around, and this is like the first, I guess, moment for a while where we haven't been like in a life or death situation for an extended period of a time.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like Dardania and Ryujin haven't really had a lot of time to actually be in each other's company in this way. So I'd like to do that.
Absolutely, and it's very refreshing for sure. Honora, you head to the Temple of Artemis, a very familiar spot for you here in Delphi. You are greeted with the lush forest inside of this building. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go to my usual spot underneath the usual tree that I go to when I go to pray. And I'm gonna pull out underbrush, which I'm still getting used to the fact is fully awakened, basically, because that's still so fresh. And I want to go ahead and I'm gonna cast Commune.
You got it.
I said that. Please ignore me. I don't know why I said I was a ghost.
You cast Commune, and you feel the leaves on the tree above you almost seem to come to attention.
Okay. Well, I already asked some advice on this, and I wanted your advice on this. And I had a request to ask of it. Do you know of any way that a contract like the one binding my dad's soul could be broken without me going to Tartarus and finding what's holding it?
One leaf on the tree above you rapidly turns from green to orange to brown and falls. And you get the sense this is a no.
Okay. If that's the only way, I don't know how I could ask anyone in my party to do it. And I don't think I could do it myself at this point in time. I probably never could at this point. Maybe when I was younger, but not now. Can you, or... Oh my god, what is the champion's name? I know it. What is the champion? I know it. I knew that too. That's the problem.
Plot twist. It's Honora.
It's Asenta the Slayer.
Asenta. I was thinking that, and I confused her name. I was adding Cinnabeth's name to it. I was putting them together in my head.
Sure.
Is there any way you or Asenta could be the one to deliver that final blood that sends me to the underworld? Because I trust both of you.
A leaf on the tree above you seems to shrivel but stay green, and you get a sort of inconclusive response.
I take that as yes, but I don't want to.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't particularly like asking either of you to do that, but okay. And then final question. I know you've said it before, and I don't know if I ever got a full, complete answer on this. At the end of all of this, when I do end up in the Beast Wilds, no matter if it's now or later or whatever, can I finally join your hunting party? Because I severely miss getting to hunt with you like I did when I was a kid. Some of the only times I've ever known true peace.
Another leaf shrivels and stays green. Another inconclusive response.
Why is everything inconclusive?
And then you feel all the leaves sort of return to neutral.
How was I expecting to get an answer? I got a singular conclusive answer in that. Okay.
So, eventually, you all find yourselves back at Sunbrown Manor. Your demigod friends are waiting for your order.
I would have also visited Kara
Sure.
to see what he wanted. Because we talked about him being
You're right. He did pray. When you get to the Sun Center Temple, Karo comes to you. So I prayed last night, and he essentially told me to follow my heart, which not incredibly helpful, but all right. But I know in my heart that I trust you, and I trust your friends, and if I've got Apollo's blessing, then I'd be happy to sign.
Wait, is that him saying yes, or is that him like?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, wait, he said Apollo's blessing, and that kind of annoyed me.
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, we'll have Kara sign for the Apollo section.
Trying to get the gods to have less say in it, and then the gods had say in whether Karo signs or not.
Well, I didn't feel like Adagio was unbiased to be deciding if the gods should be around or not. This is like big old cleric right
So Ryujin, Adagio sends you word that Karo is willing to sign.
Also, just a real quick refresher. So the scroll was given to me,
Yes.
but I don't know if I should hold on to it.
You don't have to.
Okay. Let's go get that signature, baby.
All right.
Ooh,
So
first one.
you bring the document of divine separation to the Sun Center Temple. Karo directs you to sort of lay it on the sacrificial altar as he takes a quill and
He lights it on fire.
signs. He signs on the Apollo line, and as he does, once he's finished his name, the black ink glows gold, and you can see some sort of radiance come off the paper and into his chest before fading.
Who was that?
Just he goes, what the fuck is that?
He drops dead. I'm kidding.
I would actually cry. I'd be like,
It's
hey, no. I'd be
yeah.
like, you know what? That's it. Thanks.
We just
Goodbye.
wait. The gods gave us Death Note, but
Yeah.
it's a scroll.
That'll teach you to reduce our power, you bitch.
But we didn't even reduce their power.
We'll take them to sign, and then they'll die.
Karo sort of takes a moment to
Test of,
to feel what that was. This is a contract, and I've entered into some sort of divine agreement.
What even mean?
So nobody underage can sign this.
I think it just means that I'm connected to this document now. For better or for worse, I'm connected to it.
Let's hope
So
it's
if
not
we
for
lose
worse.
and the gods destroy this document, they destroy Kara.
Well, Ryujin, I'll
Did
say,
we all-
you having slept with the document, you can see, since this is a magical artifact, that upon signing this document, it essentially puts a enchantment on you, where if you, the signer, ever attempt to fuck with the urn, it goes bad real fast. It's essentially you by signing this, you are agreeing to this new world. And if you ever try to break that new world by bringing the gods back or breaking the urn or anything like that, if you ever try to break this new world, the contract will know that you have turned your back on it.
What if you accidentally drop the urn?
It's a magical urn, it won't break.
Just, I could imagine it's just like, it has the same durability as a normal urn. You drop it and you're like,
Did we all decide if we were signing or not, or if we should? Should we give? I mean,
all your demigod NPCs are willing to sign should you tell them to.
Okay. All right. I mean, are we all going to Athens? Like every demigod or the whole troop? What's going on?
Yeah, because we all have to go to Philoi, so
yeah.
Right. Okay. I just know some people weren't competing, so I guess I don't know. I thought maybe someone said it, but okay.
United front, everybody.
Okay.
Because there's so many of you, you'll have to take a group, and Vanix will have to take a group as well.
I didn't just sign Karo's soul away or anything, right?
No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know.
Yes.
Is there anything else we need to do here in Delphi? If not, we can head over.
Actually, can we talk to the ferryman that I've grown to know and love, and whose name I definitely know?
Ferryman Petrin.
How do you remember that?
I don't know. These Delphi NPCs I have locked in my brain.
Yeah, we
I
can't
was
remember
like,
a singular NPC's name in Delphi.
I love Ferryman Petrin. He's so random.
So you head to the Temple of Hades and you see this silver dragonborn there. It's very empty right now. There's no funeral happening or anything like that. You see he looks like he's just finished sort of tending to the graves, and he's sort of rubbing the graveyard dirt off of his toga as you enter.
Petrin. Can I bring Lathos with me? I want to bring
Lathos with
me. Is Lathos religious?
No.
Nice.
But things may have changed since spending a long ass time stuck in a cell with his father.
Okay, well I'm gonna introduce Ferryman Petrin to the only living demigod of it.
Petrin is starstruck. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm a humble servant of your father. Please, anything I can do, please, do let me know.
Okay, well, I came here to ask you about ferrymans of Hades or whatever the fooge. Or would that who is are you guys organized?
As much as
any
religious sect can be.
Okay, well, would you feel comfortable? And I explain the situation. Or do you think that there should be a higher power, more well spread out, who should I reach out for the Hades? Because I also would love for Lathos to sign, but I also feel like there should be that's also, that's your god. And he's not.
Well, I think your friend here has perhaps the most unique relationship with Hades of any mortal I've ever met. Not only are you from him genetically, but you have spent extended periods of time with him. If there is anyone most qualified to sign on his behalf, I believe it would be you.
If this man thinks. Okay, Hades.
Takes the mask off. Surprise!
Surprise!
It was me the whole time.
I'd be like, Nosferatu. What is his name?
Nosferatu.
There we go. Okay, but he's also a dragonborn, so that raises a fun little which dragonborn should I go? Are they also separated by dragons? Color?
Largely, but there is, you would know, from living in the world, there is only one major metropolis that is Dragonborn run, that is sort of a haven for Dragonborn in all of Gaia, and that's Drachora.
So if I went to Drachora, there's a person in charge, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would that Drachora be represented in the Olympics?
Yeah, Drachora has their own team.
Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Sammy he just did it all, didn't he?
They're a major metropolis. Of course they're going to the games.
Okay, but if I asked Lathos, what was Lathos's point of view on the gods leaving?
He doesn't really have one.
Isn't I mean, if I asked him right now and I was like, would you be okay if I like signed the gods away?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm weak. Well, would you like to sign the document, Lathos?
Yeah, sure.
God.
And he fully signs his name on the Hades line.
Nice.
The
2
ink goes from
signatures.
black to gold, and it's there.
Now he can
I
never
love-
harm this document.
I don't give a shit about my dad.
I mean, his dad was gonna live in the Underworld anyway his whole life. Like,
Yeah, it changes so little for his dad. It also changes very little for Lathos.
Nice. Okay, I can message Triea if you guys need me to.
All right.
Actually, did we do it?
I mean, Tri is expecting you.
Yeah, I was like,
So, between Ryujin and Vanix, you all separate and teleport to Athens. Ryujin, you don't need to roll because you have an associated object. Vanix does need to roll.
Well,
We could just
would
gate stone.
Vanix know the teleportation circle?
You're not
Because
going
we
to
were in
teleportation
Athens for a
circle.
good bit.
It's okay. He rolled a 53 and he's very familiar with it. It's fine.
Gosh.
Yeah.
We all just have PTSD from Lathos.
Yeah.
Sammy, I'm not gonna lie. I was so used to making the rolls for Vanix now that I grabbed my dice. I was like, I'm ready.
Oh, you know what? I should have let you do it. Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
So you feel that now familiar empty sense as all the breath is sucked from your lungs before it rapidly refills again in in the castle, the palace of the Queen of Athens, your friend Triea. And that's where we'll pick up right after the break in Athens, making our way to the Olympics. Thank you guys for staying with us. We will be back momentarily. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back. Let's hop right back in. You guys, as you appear in the council chambers in the Athenian palace, you actually see Triea is here with someone that you have seen before. You see it's a half-elven man who you know to be Ambassador Hyrioxes Evenkeel. He's one of the people in the Athens coalition. And it looks like Triea is like studying. There's like a bunch of papers strewn through across the table, and looking at them briefly, they look like they have sigils of various cities and names, and she's just like trying to retain as much information. But as you guys appear, she looks up like, thank God there's something to distract me from this studying. And she comes and she gives you a hug, Ryujin, and she looks at all of you. Oh, it's so nice to see you guys alive. I'll be honest, I had faith in you, but I'm glad that you're alive.
So are we. Thank you.
So what happened? Are we okay?
For now. It went well, I think. Persephone tried to kill us all before we got there, but I feel like we kind of expected that. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. Very intimidating. The night was long and rough, but I mean, it went about as well as you'd hope. We have to get a bunch of signatures, so we're going to games and probably competing to get signatures from people.
I don't know what any of that means, but great. I mean, if you want to compete for us, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
Won't
so
be a
we
problem.
actually do. We need a signature from you, actually. The only way the gods would agree to our deal with. Did we tell Triea about this stuff?
Yes. You
Okay,
told her
that's
about
what I
that.
I assume we'll just
Yeah.
do the rundown
Yeah,
now and.
Yeah. Tell her and then have her sign.
She takes it all in. She like pulls out a quill to sign, and the ambassador goes, "If you have a moment." She's like, "Oh right. Okay, let me just talk this out. I'm trying to learn to be more political. And obviously I'm going to sign this, because there's no universe where I'm not signing this. But you need signatures from Xander and Sparta and all these other places. And everyone already knows that you guys are tight with me. So if this is presented to them, and they don't trust you guys already because in their minds you're Athenians, and they see that I've already signed this, they could think that there's some sort of trap or some sort of catch. It might be best if you come across as not associated with my city until they're already on board. She like looks to the ambassador, and the ambassador's like, I would have to agree.
Who is this ambassador?
You met him. He was on the council. He's a half-elven man. He's in charge of alliance relations for Athens. So he's the voice of the other cities in Athens, and he's the one that is the chief advisor for things that will affect the entirety of the empire.
Well, can we pick his brain?
Of course. I am here as a humble servant.
So, you listened in on this conversation.
Indeed.
How would you go about us getting some of these signatures? Do you have any ideas of what some of these cities would want?
Well, it is hard to say. There are certainly some parties that would be harder to sign than others. In terms of the sovereigns of these nations, for Sparta and Xander, any sort of separation you can get from Athens, I believe, would be wise. It is not... We've been hearing some rumors the last few weeks since the coronation. Rumors that now that Athens has a young, inexperienced queen, it could be ripe for some sort of intervention from Sparta or Xander. They might want to take the opportunity when Athens is at a considerable lower point compared to when our king was also the champion of Poseidon. Now, they of course are underestimating our queen, but nevertheless, that is what they believe. So, that's why I was training our young queen here. These games will be very important for Athens. We need to assert our strength and our dominance and ensure that everyone gets the idea that we are not weak now that we have this new queen, and that we will not be trifled with. So, knowing that specifically Xander and Sparta will be trying throughout these entire games to find our weak points, to see if we really are at a point where they can attack us and start a war, I believe going to them directly, not as representatives of our alliance, but as representatives of yourself and of the common peoples of the world, and listening to what it is they want in return, and not making any deals until we've discussed and strategized and kept our cool heads. We have until the end of the month for this, yes?
Yes.
That is a lot of time for deals to be made, changed, and broken. But I would approach those two first, Xander and Sparta. The others perhaps will be easier, though I doubt you'll have an easy time with Vultura, as the Isle of Ares is so closely tied to Fort Valor and Ares' presence on the Isle. I don't think they'll be too kind on the idea of Ares leaving their isle for good.
Yeah, we still have to come up with some ideas there.
I think
good.
that you should go into all of these conversations prepared to listen, not to take anything off the table, and also have some concessions in mind. things that you could offer in return to sweeten the deal should they not be the most obliging.
Are you coming to Feloy?
Oh, of course, yes.
Okay, good. We will probably be seeking your aid.
And I will give it, though subtly, so as not to give them any ideas. You must understand, at the games, there are not just politicians, there are spies, more than you can imagine, everywhere. So, best to keep up appearances. We can pretend that you are still courting the Queen's vote, as much as you are courting the rest.
Alright, sounds good.
Question quick.
Of course.
Out of character question.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Of course, got me. Can Traea fly yet? Or did she not take enough levels?
No, she's been taking more levels than Cleric.
Okay, so she can't fly.
No.
I just needed to make sure, okay.
Could you cast
So
a message
after
yet?
we have this conversation with him, I want to turn to Traea and just kind of like look at her and go, when did you get so grown up?
It's been happening really fast, to be totally honest, and I still feel like a ton of imposter syndrome, but at least I got a crown on my head, so no one can tell me that I'm screwing up.
It feels like just yesterday we were rescuing you from a sea hag.
Yeah, which,
Now
by
look
the
at you.
way, I guess word has spread about that, and, like, people are, like, making up all these different stories about how I got this white streak in my hair, and they're all more ridiculous than the last.
Somehow you ended up being the Queen of Athens.
Yeah, who would have thunk? Certainly not me.
Still can't fly, though.
And
Still can't fly.
I'm so excited. Like, just, I keep picturing like 10, 15 years down the road, right? You know, if I'm lucky enough ever to have kids, we can just bring them over here every now and then to visit their aunt, the queen. Holy shit! All right, sorry.
Once two demigods have kids, if they're from different... Like, if two demigods have kids, do the kids get, like...
So,
They
children
still
of
be half
demigods, children of demigods don't themselves become demigods. Often they become celestial sorcerers or that sort of thing. Some sort of
like, they still
divine
get
aspect.
a quarter of the god from one parent and a quarter of god from another parent that's still half god.
That's true, but not. It's diluted.
I was like, the math ain't mathin'.
Trey goes, so, I mean, we weren't going to leave for another day or so, but we can leave now if we want. If you want to get there earlier,
Oh.
it's
That's okay. I
They're
think-
expecting me at any time, so it's really your schedule. I'm fine with.
I think tomorrow works. We have a couple things we need to do here before we head out.
Of course.
Is there any update on the weapons and stuff that were made?
Yeah, they're making a ton of them. Some have not been going great. They just take a little bit of time to figure out the exact right way to make them. The first batch of weapons that they made were a little cursed. They kind of had a mind of their own, so they went back to the drawing board, but luckily we have more than enough material, so they should be ready pretty soon, certainly by the end of the games.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess, is there anything else we need to do before?
You know,
We go.
if you want, I know you said you were thinking about participating in the games. We have some of our athletes are still here. Some of them have left already, but some are still here because they're traveling with us because they're like higher tier. But if you guys wanted to practice with them or train with them or anything like that, the world's your oyster.
Ooh, yeah, let's do that. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, I do want to try some of the events out.
I want to see how good I'll be at some of these.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is would Paloma still be here in Athens?
It's interesting you ask that. She's not here.
Is she in Feloy?
She's in Feloy.
Yeah. I would expect no less of her.
All right.
Oh, before I forget, can
It's like I can't win the arena anymore. I may as well get a laurel.
I want to grab our group around because I had an idea for potential idea for Voltra because whatever this guy's name was, I don't remember the counselor.
Ambassador Hirioxes?
Okay, did you even say his name?
Yeah. Ambassador.
I remember you
Heriok
saying
says
my name.
even
I
keel.
thought you said the ambassador.
You can just call me ambassador. That's fine.
Horcrux?
Okay, cool. That's a mouthful you said.
Say it again,
we call him
please.
Even keel.
His name is Herioxes.
Horcrux.
Herioxes, and then his like given name is even keel.
Okay.
All right. We
The
can't
ambassador.
remember Lilio, and then you give us that name.
I want to
Very
gather
possible.
all of us, and this is all up to your perspective, as in, I'm looking at Alexios here, of what we could give Voltura, because only thing I could think of, the first thing pop in my head is, and I know you don't want to do this, is your guns. That would probably be something that they would be interested in, right? They like power? Or am I completely messing this up?
I mean, we did
It's
fight in the arena
not-
and went, so that wouldn't be released, right?
It's
Yes,
not
I know.
the
But
same.
what's more important here? Getting all these signatures or letting guns out?
I think if we let the guns out at this point in time, especially if we're about to create a power vacuum with the gods being gone, it won't matter that we got the signatures because it's going to be absolute chaos anywhere near that aisle for a hot minute.
Just don't go near the aisle.
We just block it off. We put boards up. You get near it, you turn around.
They're not merchants. It's probably not gonna be a trade like that. You're either gonna have to play on their ego, which would be whether Ares is here, your test is, or the point is being the best warriors with or without your god. Or we're gonna have to force them into submission?
The other idea I had for Voltura was almost like a bet against them versus us. And if we overpowered them, then they would have to sign.
But then we're
Forcing
stuck in a
them
loss
into
and lose.
submission.
The other thing that I was going to say for Voltura that I had thought about was we could play on the fact, like, it's the proving that they are the best warriors and things like that. But they are kind of limited by the fact that they're on Gaia and they're limited to their little area and things like that. If Ares has his own plane, that's this whole big new, basically, playground for them to have for proving themselves.
Wait. We're all there, right, Sammy?
Yeah.
I turn to Ariana and say, you're from the Isle, right?
I don't think she is.
Nope.
I thought she was.
What? The
no.
Ares demigod is not from the
So
Isle of Ares.
I'm from Sparta.
Oh, yup, helmet. Dang it.
Never mind.
I've always
Has
wanted
she
to
been
go.
to Valor? So she
A
hasn't
fellow
been to Fort
Spartan,
Valor?
eh?
He's probably...
Fort Valor is usually the last stop in a hero's journey.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I just
So-
like a fellow Spartan, eh?
Yeah, fellow Spartan,
What
eh?
if... Or, ask her, how do you feel about us possibly using you to wage a bet?
Okay.
Any events you feel particularly comfortable in? How about wrestling?
I could wrestle. I could definitely wrestle.
Give her nothing else but just like, we're gonna wage a bet using you. No other things.
I mean, she's standing right there with us, right?
Yeah.
You'll still be... Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're gonna bet your freedom or anything. It's just that...
Yeah, I mean, I've never
mean-
I've never trained for sports, but I think I'd be pretty good at them.
Let's do. We're gonna do a
You've
mini
never-
practice session.
Yeah.
That's...
I'll wrestle with you. So will Latos.
So your workout is literally like hurting people.
Yeah, basically.
That is awesome.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna look to Alexius and go, I was gonna say concerning, but
Would you count a godstone as magic?
100%.
So you're saying I can't
If a
use the
wild
stone,
shape is
my
magic.
my godstone of Ares to like add to my strength while I wrestle.
Ooh,
No.
what
You could give that to them.
Yeah, I was about to say that could probably be a bargaining chip too for Voltura.
If
Is
like
to
the
give
sovereign
them that godstone.
of
yeah,
like,
if we give him
What?
that godstone,
Okay, can I
have actually
insight-
you have met the sovereign of Voltura.
Yeah,
You know
and
that
they
she's a
wanted
little
it.
girl.
oh yeah,
Yeah, she
that's
wanted that.
right.
She has a protector who's fort bred. So a protector from Fort Valor. But
Yeah,
she,
and he has, like,
she herself
blind
is
sense or
like
whatever.
a
Wait,
little
how
girl.
how rare are like these stones of Ares?
Extremely.
yeah.
Like, is he like one of the rarest of all the stones, or is he just like
Oh no, I mean they're all
Like, in
they're
general,
all
they're all
equally rare. Yeah.
like how likely is it that I'll run into another one?
Not likely.
We
don't
probably
like it.
can't like.
What's
make
more
that
important
pitch
here?
to them, right? Like,
Just give him the guns.
remember the last time we met him? He hates us.
That is 100% true.
Like,
Okay,
should
well-
we, should Cora talk to him? Them, her?
Horace takes the godstone and says she stole it from us. That would be put her in his good graces.
I just don't want to. I just want to press the issue. We should not approach a Fort Brad who doesn't like us. The
there's no
survival
fighting.
rate on that
There's
is
no
very,
fighting
very
here.
low.
It's true.
We'll be
I don't
protected.
think it matters.
That's true.
No fighting Shakira.
Hmm.
That was funny.
That one got me.
Sorry, it's an inside joke in our house. Whenever our cats are fighting, we just go, "Hey, Shakira."
I'm
Okay, well, I think we have some good ideas for Voltura, but I kind of want to try out how good I am against some of these
Oh, yeah,
Athens.
yes, bet,
People.
let's go.
sure. Do it. But we try out all of them.
All right, so the
Oh.
ambassador leads you down to the palace gymnasium, which you know as he walks you down that it's reserved for only the very pinnacle of Athenian sports. The most of our athletes have already gone ahead via the roads, but we have a few athletes here. Primarily, we have our pentathlete. She
yes.
is amazing. She won the pentathlon last year. She is our
3 years
little...
ago.
Yes, last games.
We know what you meant. You
Yeah.
just beat a dick.
And if you can train with anyone, there is no one better in the world than her. May I present, as he opens the door to this gymnasium, Ophelia with head of flame. And you see this human woman with this bright red mane of hair. She is currently, you see she's practicing the javelin, and she has a javelin in her hand, and she just chucks it across the room, and it lands with pinpoint accuracy on a target.
Oh.
She wipes her sweat, and you see someone else that you've seen before, Mistress Shiftgale of Smooth Tongue. She's the Air Genasi woman who is the Mistress of Culture for the Athens Coalition, and you see that she's sort of acting as the coach for Ophelia here. But both their heads turn as you enter, and Ophelia goes, "Who are you?"
You don't
Very
recognize
impressed.
us?
That's who I am.
Can I
Oh,
can I
shit.
just do a little bow and just be like, hands of fate?
Yeah, you're the Tromocrates people. Good job.
Okay, hard.
We're here
I
to
wanna
test
be-
our metal
you did-
against you.
Regent,
Anora's like
Regent just
blue
burst out laughing.
screen,
That's
like
funny.
This is what I
Gay
imagine.
panics. Anora's full gay panic blue screen.
Yeah, you see, she's a muscular, toned woman with this like starfire red hair behind
Nice.
her, and she looks good in this like workout toga. She's like, "All right, so what are your sports?"
We're figuring it out.
Printing.
Okay, sprint is one of my events too.
1-on-1.
Okay, all right. Well, why don't we start with a sprint? Anyone else want to sprint, or just the two of us?
Wait, me and
I want to
Lathos.
get
Me and
Iasis and
Lathos.
Krisa too.
All right. So we
But
have
I have two people who are good at this event. I have to keep up with both of them.
Iasis and Krisa, and Ophelia, and Ilme.
Wait, Reed and Lathos.
Oh, and
want-
Reed and Lathos? Okay.
Yeah, I
While
was like,
this
we
is
both
happening,
had somewhat.
Honor's just want to go over to Ryujin and go, help, how do, what? Help
You
me.
just want to like sit Honora down and just give them like a glass of water.
Can I be like,
Just a
can you
cold
teach
glass
me
of
how to
water."
flirt in like 30 minutes?
Okay.
I don't know how this works.
Sammy, what do I have to roll to try and teach Honora how to rinse?
I guess that would be a charisma check.
Oh,
I
dude,
can help
dude,
him with it. I can
Wait,
add
Sammy, I had a
to it.
question.
Yes.
Would my divination be counted as magic?
I'm gonna say it is imperceptible when you use it.
Oh.
Sammy,
Yes.
I rolled a 22 for the charisma, so I just want. I'm just gonna spend the whole time
Absolutely.
teaching Honora like cheesy pickup lines, like but really good ones too, and just like mannerisms that make people like I don't know, like eye contact, all that jazz,
Honora never gave panics like this. Like, Honora's normally not attracted to people, and Honora's just like fully blue screen. Like, what do I do?
Okay. So
You have my charisma.
I think I'm missing someone. I have Ilme, Reed, Lathos, Iasis, Ophelia. Who am I missing?
Krisa.
Krisa, thank you. Okay. So, the 6 of you line up at the starting line. Now, because this is practice, I'll let you guys decide if you want which length of race you want. If you want the trial length, the quarterfinal, the semifinal, or the final length.
The final, I do.
Okay.
Okay,
I was
damn,
could be like
final.
the midway point to get an idea.
Me too.
No, all the way.
All the
Okay,
way.
so wait. If we do the final, it's Constitution. Or
No. This is the sprint. This is the sprint.
Oh, shoobs. Okay, heard. Never mind.
It's
Wow.
like,
So
wait a
this
minute,
race
what?
is only 300 feet.
Oh, okay. How does this one work?
So, I will explain it to you. So, the way that this one works is that the race happens in segments of 6 seconds, similar to combat, although you're not technically in combat with each other. The races assume that you're going to use your action to dash, and then you're going to be using your full movement as well. So whatever your movement is, you can assume that you're moving double that per round. If you have cunning action, and you're able to dash as a bonus action every round, you could obviously add that to how much you're traveling in a given round. And if you have action surge or some other ability that lets you dash sometimes, then at each round you'll decide if you're using that ability that round or not, and that will determine your rate. And essentially we just go round by round by round until you reach the 300-foot mark, at which point, if multiple people reach 300 feet in the same combat round, you'll make a dexterity contest, and whoever wins, wins.
Wait, Ilmai, what's your movement speed real quick?
It's 40 because I don't have my boots.
So, but that's still 120 feet per fucking round.
Yeah.
in
Yes.
6 seconds.
No one, I don't think any of my people can match that.
Yeah,
was
so
trying to
drones
see
are
if
awesome at
Lathos-
this.
I was trying to see if
This
Lathos
is
had
the
anything
rogue
for it.
ability for sure. Because even
Upon
Ophelia...
seeing this, Iasis and Krista are going to go, on second thought, I forgot that she can do that.
I mean, hey, you don't need to win to have fun doing the
I'll
the
do
event.
it for
Yeah.
fun, but I'm not going to be concerned if I lose.
All right, so in the first round,
Wait, so did we say fighting each other was frowned upon?
that is certainly frowned upon.
Goddamn. What if I like trip Ilme?
In this event, it's frowned upon. If you want to fight each other, go to the chariot event. So, Ilme, how far are you moving in round 1?
All of it, man. I went 20 feet.
120 feet in round 1. Reed, how far are you moving in the first round?
The 80 I could do.
80. Lathos, how much is he moving?
80.
80 as well. Iasis,
100.
100.
Damn.
And Krisa.
Creasel would be 60 if she doesn't use her action surge, so 60.
Okay. So 60. So, after the first 6 seconds, you all get off to a crazy fast start, but even Krisa, moving at like a normal 60-foot speed, is falling behind as Reed and Lathos are far in front of her. Iasis is tied with Ophelia, tied for second and third place, as Ilmay, you are 20 feet in front of them as they continue to run. Round 2. Ilmay moving another 120.
Yeah.
Reed moving another 80.
Yeah.
Lathos moving another 80.
Yeah.
Iasis moving 100.
Yep.
And Krisa 60 or 90?
90.
90, okay.
She doesn't want to be that far behind at the end of this.
And it's good. With that action surge, she is catching up to Reed and Lathos, only about 10 feet behind them.
Yeah, but she can't do it again.
Isis and Ophelia are still neck and neck, and Ilmay is beginning to pull ahead 40 feet ahead of them. Third round, and Ilmay crosses the finish line at 300 feet. Reed, how far are you going? Another 80?
80. That's what I can do.
Lathos as well. Iasis and Ophelia both also reach the finish line. And Krisa is moving 60 feet. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I was reading through something, sorry.
So, since 3 people cross the finish line at the same time, it's going to come down to a dexterity check. Now, there's a couple extra factors. Because Ilmay, you were 40 feet ahead of them at the start of the round. You were 40 feet closer to the finish line. You're going to make a straight dexterity check, as with them, but you're going to add an additional 4 to that roll because you started closer than them.
Okay.
So if I could have Iasis roll a dex check, and Ilmay, and I will roll for Ophelia.
Why can't it be a save?
Let's start with
17.
Iasis.
Oh, sorry, I just said mine.
Okay, 17.
23.
23.
Did I do math right? Hold up.
Just a plain dex check. So we got a 19.
24. Sorry, I did math wrong. 24.
24. What'd you roll? A 19?
A 19.
Damn.
Only way this motherfucker could win.
So here's where it gets complicated. Or not complicated, but just like a surprising turn of events. Ilmay, as you have been in the lead this entire time, you run to the finish line, but right as you're about to get to that finish line, Ophelia passes you, looking behind, all cocky, and Iasis goes past her and crosses just in time. She rolled a 23.
I was
Oh,
like
I'm
looking
annoyed.
around like so surprised.
She's like, all right, you guys can run. You guys not so much, but you two, you guys can run.
LOL.
What other sports do you
running
go after?
still.
I run the sprint. I do the relay, which is pretty similar. I do discus, javelin, chariot, and pentathlon.
It's like almost all of them.
I do my best.
In this time frame, has Ryujin managed to teach Honora anything?
That was like
Listen,
10, like
Listen.
what?
Yeah,
All
that
you have
was
to say is
18
this. You go up-
seconds.
all right,
I was
are you
thinking of
ready?
like the lead up to getting everything started, you know.
I'll say that Ryujin was able to teach you one line to use after Ophelia wins the race, and now that she didn't win the race, you're not sure what to do.
I can literally tell you the line right now.
Go ahead.
I actually have one memorized just because I think it's funny.
Go.
Do it.
All right, ready? You grab the bottom of their chin, you look deep in their eyes, and you say, "If the light at the end of the tunnel does not hold your silhouette, then I shall remain in darkness."
Honora's like furiously writing this down, trying to take notes.
Listen, it's good. All right, trust me. Just say.
I want to like walk up and be like, "Can we try to carry it next?"
Sure, but if you injure me, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Okay, so probably not a good idea then. Let's just stay away.
Can we
I don't
do
wanna
it
do it without.
without the, like ramming part of it? Maybe.
I mean, I'll be honest, it's kind of hard to do chariot inside without a bunch of chariots since we only have the one. But we could do an IOU.
Thank you. Up for that.
You want a javelin?
All right.
Yes,
Wait, I have
let's
another
go
one. I have
away.
another one. I'm gonna listen, Honora. Listen. This one is related to the night sky. Okay, so it's perfect. All right. Listen.
Can I
Look
use
him
my
right in
arm
the
as part of
eyes.
that?
You look him right in the eyes. And show me your arm, and you say, "Stars could gleam all throughout the night sky, and I would still prefer to watch them through your eyes."
Makes me feel like I'm like possessing her.
That's
So,
it's
Sammy, I have a
poetic
quick
whiz.
question.
Yes.
So, if I cannot, like, my weapons, like, javelin is not a thing, I cannot do the javelin, or I would have, like,
You can,
disadvantage.
but if you're proficient with javelins, you'll just get a little bit of an added bonus.
Okay, I was
I'll try it
curious.
'cause I'm proficient.
Okay, I just want to try it. 'cause
But
it
it is mostly based on athletics and dexterity.
I know, but I have good
That's what, like,
dexterity,
walking
which
through,
is why I wanted to try it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good with a javelin. I'll try it. Let's see how this goes.
All right. So,
Let me see.
Can I try the
You said it's good for dex
discus
people as
just
well.
for shits and giggles?
yeah, but you need to be good at athletics and dex. It requires both.
Oh.
Wait, what? What requires athletics and dex?
Javelin.
I'm gonna do this one.
All right.
I
So
think-
What
Lathos
if they
should
only
be-
have dex?
if you only have dex, I'd recommend archery.
What if you have a? I have +0 to athletics, but I've got proficiency.
I mean, you
Wait,
can
Are
try
we talking
it.
about proficiency?
We're talking about a good athletics score.
I will
Athletics
try this,
and dex?
See how it goes.
I gotta
Yeah.
check mine right now.
All right. So who's gonna compete with Ophelia?
Wait. I
Mariana.
gotta look at
Nariana,
bars.
Honora.
Anura,
Most likely Reed and Lathos.
Reed, and Lathos.
I'm for sure gonna do the discus just for shits and giggles later.
When we get to that. All right. So is that just
Yeah.
the only people doing javelin? Ilmay, you want to do
Honora
it?
just learned nothing about how to flirt. Oh god.
Mm, sure.
I
I'm
taught
probably
you
gonna
everything.
fail.
Ilmay doing it too. Okay. So here's how the javelin works.
Just realized what my athletics was.
Mine's a
You-
+0.
You each get 2 javelins to throw. There are 4 different targets of which you can hit, one closer and then going further and further out. The accuracy of your throw is depending on 2 different rolls. So the first thing you'll do is you'll make an athletics check, and that constitutes the power of your throw. So depending on your athletics check, a certain number of those targets will be available to you. If you roll too low, you won't be able to get that furthest one, etc., etc., etc. After you figure out the total number of targets available to you, you'll choose one to actually aim at. Then you'll make your dexterity check, and that will be to determine the trajectory of your javelin in the air. That determines the accuracy of where you hit on the target. The further targets are worth more points, but obviously the closer to the center of those targets you get, the more points you get. After your 2 javelin throws, the sum of those is your total score. Does that make sense?
Nice.
Yes.
Ophelia will go first to sort of show how it's done. So,
While this is happening, can Honora look to Ryujin? Alright, what do I say for this one?
I told you the best two. One
First
of
thing
them
What's
is-
specific for this?
her athletics check.
All right. Specific for the javelin.
8. That is a 21 athletics, so she has the ability to aim at all 4 targets, and she will
Yep.
make her dexterity check on the furthest target. That is a 13. So, oh wow. So she just gets the edge of that furthest target, and she gets 13 points for that. All right, that's
Nora
her
just,
first
like-
one.
Seeing her hit the target just whistles.
Yeah. Next up for the first throw, Nariana. Up to the plate, takes the javelin, in her hand. Is she proficient with javelins?
You know,
It would be a martial weapon.
where does it say that?
Oh, I don't know if it says it on your version. I think she is. I think paladins are proficient with martial weapons.
Yeah, I feel like paladins are.
Yeah. Okay, so that means that on both of these rolls, you can add an additional +2.
Okay.
So, I would like Nariana to please make an athletics check.
Athletics is +9. And rolled a 14, 23.
23, okay.
+2 is 25.
Great. So all 4 targets are available to you. Which one are you aiming at?
And you said there's long, mid, and mid, and short distance.
There's 4, so yes, but the points get higher the further out you go.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the second furthest.
Gotcha. So the 3rd target.
Yes.
Go ahead and make your dexterity check, and you can add your additional 2.
So that would be a +2. 18.
18. Respectable hit. It hits sort of like the second ring in, and that gets her 9 points.
Nice.
Anura, you're up.
Okay. So I get to add a +2 for proficiency for my athletics check.
That's correct.
Okay.
Go ahead and
So
make your
that's
athletics.
gonna make it a 19.
19. Okay, you also have access to all 4 targets. Which one are you aiming for?
Well, let's go for the back one. Fuck it.
Okay, furthest one. Go ahead and make your dex check.
And +2.
Add an additional +2, that's right.
Sweet. Oh my god. So 22.
22. A better shot than Ophelia. That is a 16-pointer. Nice job.
I want to turn to look at her as I do it and just wink and walk away.
She's a little flustered. Reed.
Listen. Trying my best.
Read.
Are you ready? Make your athletics check. So you take your javelin, thrust it in the air.
I don't know.
Problem with flirting as your character is you have to be able to flirt in real life, and I can't.
I rolled a nat 20.
Nat
Maintain
20.
eye
All right.
contact.
So all
Right.
4 targets
Shoulders
available to
down.
you.
You said the next one is dexterity based?
That's right. It's just a plain dex check.
That's freaking funny. My dex is actually a +1.
So which one are you aiming for?
I can.
I will also just remind you that although the furthest ones are worth more points, they're also harder to hit. The DC is higher.
I think I'll aim for I want to say the second or the third one, but I also just want to use my divination instead of actually rolling.
Up to you. What are you doing? If you're gonna use divination, then I'd recommend going for broke.
But it's higher, and I only have a 14.
What are you doing?
I know. I aim for the last one on a roll of 15 altogether using my divination.
Okay. That gets you a respectable 13 points. Your javelin falls right by Ophelia's.
Nice. But slightly better. Haha.
Yeah. All right, Lathos, go ahead and make your athletics check.
How do I know what Lathos is good at?
If he's proficient with athletics, it'll say on his sheet, I think. If not,
Oh,
I can
yes.
pull it up.
Yep, JK, his skills. He has a +9 to athletics.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Dude. He rolled a 19 altogether.
19, okay. All 4 targets
Oh.
available. What happened?
I dropped my die. I'm sorry. Scared.
I gasp.
The gas. Okay. He will go for the last one because actually +4. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Go ahead.
Those please. That is 22.
22.
No, that's a 16. That's a lie. That's a 20. It's a 16 +4. I thought that was an
Okay.
18.
Still, a respectable 14 points as he gets slightly closer than you and Ophelia.
What did I score? How many points did I get?
You got 13.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna look at him and be like,
Ilmay, go
This is
ahead.
gonna be fun.
Athletics.
So guidance is definitely like a no-no in this game, right?
For sure.
Would 11.
Healer woe be detectable?
I don't think. Well, you'd have to be like you have to do something to help someone else. So I think that would be more.
But if it
detectable.
was like I used it for my role, would it be detectable?
I'd have to look at the wording of the ability.
I was just wondering.
Yeah. In 11 power, only the first 2 targets are available to you.
I'll go for the farther one.
Go ahead.
16.
We're all just chanting in the background. Ew, man.
Sorry, 15 or 16?
16.
16. Okay. A solid middle of the target hit. That is a 6-pointer.
Nice.
Which does put you currently in last place, but you all have one more javelin left.
That's my rogue.
And Ophelia will stand up and throw her next one. Not great. That is still a 19, though, so she still has access to all 4. And she will go for the furthest again.
Okay, well now I know Reed will not be competing in javelin.
Oh no!
Yeah, so you can tell she's a little bit flustered by what Anura did, and she wasn't expecting this heavy competition, and she whiffs her last one. She completely scratches. All right, Nariana.
Okay, so
Athletics?
30.
30, yeah, all 4 available to you.
Jesus.
Okay, going for the longest target.
Whoever that is.
That's still one of the best moments of this campaign.
Yeah.
What you got, Alexios?
20. 30.
20 total. That is a solid 14-pointer, bringing your total to 23 points. Nice job. Anura, you need 8 points. Is that right? Yeah, you need 8 points to win.
So, like, if I get 8 points, that's it?
Well, it means you're in front of Nariana,
Okay.
but there are still lots of people that have to go after you.
Okay. That'll be a 19, actually, for this one.
19, all 4 available to you.
Alright, and so then it's Dex plus 2.
Which one are you aiming for?
Oh, shit. The farthest one.
Farthest one?
I was getting ready to roll, and I was like, wait a minute. Okay. That's a dirty 20?
Dirty
I can do
20.
math right? Yeah, dirty 20.
That is the exact same shot Nariana just hit, which is 14 points, bringing your total to 30, meaning Nariana has lost the laurel. Reed.
Oh.
When I go back, I'm gonna sit next to, like, Ophelia.
Okay.
Just sit down and be like, you know, this is a pretty cool sport. I can see why you do it.
Reed, I will let you know that the only way for you to win is by getting a good shot on the farthest target. So without further ado, athletics, please.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right, it's all available to you. Going for the final one?
I guess.
All right, go ahead.
The only way I can win. Come on, Dex plus what? It's a 14.
14. 13 points. It's respectable, but not enough to get you that laurel. Lathos. Lathos is in a very similar boat. He needs a Hail Mary.
Hail Mary, full of grace.
Needs a Hail Hera.
Not Catholic here.
That is, what is he, a +9? 23.
All right. All 4 available.
Come on, dexterity. Oh, last one. LOL, sorry.
I assumed.
Oh, he's 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, just like Ophelia, he scratches entirely.
Oh, that's okay still.
Ilme. I'll be
I wanted to
honest.
get like Nat 20 for this.
It is technically possible for you to tie for the win. If
I get a nat 20?
If you go to the final target and hit a nat 20.
We're gonna try this.
I hope
Here we
you get it. I
go.
really do.
Oh, no.
What is it?
It's an 8 total.
8? Yeah, unfortunately, only the first target available to you.
Take a practice throw, though.
Yeah.
We're gonna see if it's an... No, it's not. It is a 14.
14? A respectable...
Oh, no, I lied!
Oh?
I thought that was a 9. That was a 6. It's an 11.
11. A respectable 2 points. Which means the final standing, Ilmay in last place, Ophelia coming right after you, followed by Lathos, then Neriana, then Reed, with Anura taking the theoretical laurel.
Damn.
Wasn't
like that.
expecting that.
I wasn't either.
She goes,
I'm not rolling hot today.
"You're pretty good."
I learned a little bit watching you do that. It seems like a good sport. I'm sorry, I distracted you with that. That was not my intention.
No, hey, it's fine. But, just in, transparency, I kind of don't swing that way, and also, like, I have feelings for someone else, and, like, just don't be offended. You know what I mean?
It's fair.
Cool. Alright. What else do we want to do? You want to do discus? I could discus.
Let's discus
Hey,
it up. Yeah.
Discus.
I'm stepping back. Like,
No discus.
Alright, who's gonna discus?
Oh,
I'm discusing.
Lathos will discus with me. Me and Lathos are the same person.
Lathos, Reed, Ryujin.
whatever Lathos does, Reed does. Whatever Reed does, Lathos does.
Anyone else? Just the 4?
Neriana?
Yeah, Neriana, absolutely.
Okay.
Alright. This is the pure strength one. This is it's also one of the easiest ones to sort of grapple. No pun intended. So, all this is a single athletics check. You will get 3 attempts, and with your athletics check, the athletics check essentially is half of the distance traveled by your discus. So if you roll a 15, it's traveled 30 feet. If you roll a 20, it's done 40 feet, that kind of thing. And similarly... oh, yeah?
No, sorry. Never mind. I'll wait.
Similarly, after your 3 throws, you'll get added together, and that will be your total. Make sense?
I would like to propose something
Sure.
just for the bit, Sammy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Instead of when everyone's preparing to throw, I'm taking out some actual plates, prepping it in the same way to throw, and I would like you to either maybe give me a disadvantage or advantage, because I'll throw plates. I don't know.
We'll see when we get to you. How about that?
Will she
I
even let
leave it
you
in your
throw the
hands.
plates while
Yeah.
where she trains?
All right, so Ophelia will go first with her first discus. She's not doing great today. That travels 16 feet. Oh no, wait, it's a 16, so it traveled 32 feet. Sorry, 32 feet. All right, Lathos, athletics check, please.
Lathos with the athletics. That was a +9, right? 19 + 9, 28.
Ooh, 28.
That man said,
Jesus Christ. 56 feet. He just chucks this fucking thing all the way to
Jesus
That
the other
man
across the river.
yeeted it into the outer atmosphere.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah,
Reed, go ahead.
There ain't no way I'm beating Lathos. My +3. 16.
16. Okay, so that's a respectable 32. It hits the same spot that Ophelia's does. Ryujin, here's what I'll say. Because the plates are significantly lighter than the actual disci,
What's this?
I will
Disgusting.
say that you can
Disgusting.
add a +5 to your check, but none of it will count. Because it will travel
I'm down with
farther,
that.
but you're
I'll do it.
breaking the rules.
Okay, wait. This is super random. You said discus. Did anybody else in school have to use like discus as a way to search for stuff? Like it was a website that you could use for searching for information for papers.
No.
No. DJ, are you saying
17.
yes?
Yes.
Okay, I was make sure it wasn't just me.
17, Ryujin?
Hmm.
Okay, so a respectable 34, even though it doesn't count, as you throw the plate and it shatters against the wall.
Which plate was this though?
Just a plain white dining plate that we got.
This one you
one
stole
of
from
the-
Sunbrown Manor?
No,
Ophelia,
maybe.
Ophelia just looks from the shattered plate back to you. It's like, who the fuck are these people?
I'm just gonna like ignore him. Plates are his thing.
Yeah.
We just accept it and move on.
Neriana, you're up.
Rihanna.
Every time. Yeah. Never hear anything else.
25.
25, nice.
Yeah, it's just athletics this time, not plus
Just athletics,
anything.
that's right, yeah. All right, a respectable 50 feet in the first round. All right, Ophelia's now feeling the pressure. Just gotta work her way back up. Oh, that's
Listen,
a much better
Ophelia,
roll.
I just think of the song now too. Like I just have songs stuck in my head for this.
That is a 26. So that's 52. All right, Lathos, you're up.
What? I like
Kratos
that
is
again,
about
Lathos.
to
Come
take
on,
out
let's
the
go.
sun.
Imagine.
Phaeton's just charioting the sun across the sky, and then a discus just shoots on by.
15 plus 9. 24.
24.
Yeah.
All right. So that is 48 feet. All right. Reed, go ahead.
Oh, I forget that I go right after him.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I rolled a 16 plus 3, 19.
19. Nice. All right. So 38. Ryujin.
I believe that is a it's a 13.
13, even with your +5.
I did not. roll very
Okay.
well.
All right. Hey, he's got the spirit. Neriana.
And that can help me. 24?
24. Nice. For 48
That's a
feet.
lot.
All right. Final round. Ophelia grabs her discus. She's like, so you all are joining the team, right? Because if we have all of you, we're going to fucking crush this thing. She throws her discus. Not great. That is a 16 for another 32. Lathos, you're up.
A Gurg. I felt way too soon. 17 plus 9.
Woo. 26.
26.
right?
Yep. My brain definitely
Nice.
said that.
52 footer. Nice job. All right. Reed, all you.
Can't beat him, but I'll still throw.
Yeah.
14 plus 3, 17.
17. All right. So that is 34. Reed, very consistent. Good job. Ryujin, go ahead.
So that's 13 again.
13. Okay, another 26. You're consistent.
Doing good. We're doing so great. I'm the best.
I just imagine
He's the
Reed
best.
just like flexing as he does. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, goodness.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm just
Neriana.
like boom, boom, fire, power.
Yeah, power.
As this is all happening.
Wait, so 21.
21. All right. So a respectable 42, which means they add all of these up.
Lanthos won by a landslide.
We're making Sammy extra.
No, it was
Did it
pretty
really
close.
go?
It was pretty close. In last place, even with your advantage, was Ryujin. Sorry.
Of course.
And then Reed came after
Put my
that.
wrist last week. You know, we were climbing Mount Olympus. Kind of sprained it.
Right
forgot that just
smack
because I'm a
dab in the
barbarian.
middle of the pack is Ophelia, then Neriana, and then Lathos takes the laurel.
Can we
Bim, 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 bim.
Can we
I'm
do
gonna be
what?
like, that's my big strong
archery?
man.
Yeah, absolutely, we can do archery. Ophelia will sit and watch this one, but who would like to do some archery?
I'll do some
I do-
archery.
I shall take up the bow.
I don't think.
Me and
actually,
Teclis will do it.
I think out of fun.
Krisa and Isis also
Lathos.
will because of the Dex thing.
Got my two.
Honora, you
Cat
doing
is
as well?
Everdeen.
Yeah.
So I have a quick question.
Yes.
Are the like bows provided for these?
Yes, and you can do either a short bow or a long bow.
What's the difference?
Different ranges.
Ah,
But if you're not proficient in longbow, you have to.
you would
use
have
a
to use a short bow, yeah. And I will add that if I am remembering correctly, some of the further targets, which are worth the most points, are out of the range of the short bow.
Yeah, well, that's all I can freaking use.
All right, so I have Ryujin, Ilme, Krisa, Iasis, Teclis, Anura. Is that it?
Adagio, Lathos.
Sorry,
Reed, Lathos.
whoever this guy is.
Adagio. What?
All right. So, the rules for
Adagia's having an
archery.
identity crisis.
The rules for archery are fairly simple. It will revolve around you taking a shot at a target with your short bow or your long bow. There are, similarly to the other event, there are 4 targets to choose from, but they are slightly more different than the other one. So the first target is 75 feet away. The second target is 125 feet away. So just keep in mind if these are within your first range or your second range or out of your range entirely. The third target is 200 feet away. And the fourth one is 400 feet away.
400.
So it's at disadvantage
What?
even for a long bow.
Correct.
What's the range on a short bow?
I believe it's 320 is the
that's the
secondary range. So I think it's 80,
What's-
320.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I don't have one, so I don't know.
You can add one to your inventory if you want.
Oh, okay.
So only the first target would be in your normal range, and then the second and third would be in your secondary range, and you would not be able to get to the fourth.
So,
Is
so my
that-
next question is really quick.
Yeah.
Would I be able to use steady aim because it's not technically?
Yes, absolutely. It's not magic. Absolutely, you could.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait. How do I know if I'm proficient in a longbow?
It's a
Your
martial
weapon's
weapon. So if it
It's
says
a martial.
it's a martial weapon.
Okay. So I'm good at martial, but would it say martial under my Hades child?
I don't think I would have said that, but barbarians are. So yeah.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah.
Then he'll be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
What do I add?
So then the other thing, so it'd be his proficiency and his dex would be what you'd add to it. Similarly to the javelin, the further targets are worth more points but are harder to hit. There are benefits to getting critical successes and that kind of stuff, but there's an added element. If you go for the third or fourth target, wind may play a factor. So, if you're going for one of those targets, before you make your shot, you can choose to ask what the wind is doing, and I'll have you make a check. And then once you determine what the wind is doing, you can choose whether or not to change which one you're aiming for. But those only affect the furthest 2 targets, because that's how much time it takes for the wind to actually have an impact on the arrow. Make sense?
With the wind, can we, if we like roll high enough, do we basically can we compensate for it when we shoot?
Yeah, so essentially, depending on the wind effect, it could make your shot less effective, or it could actually make your shot more effective. So, like, for instance, if you're aiming for the third target and you roll that the wind would actually be helping you, then maybe you decide to go for the fourth target instead, because you have a better shot of doing well on that one. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. You get 3 arrows, and similarly, the sum of your 3 arrows is your total score.
Are we shooting all 3 at the same time, or are we doing one at each?
It's dealer's choice. I think one each is more fun, but if you want to do 3 at a time, up to you. So, very first on the list is Ryujin. Ryujin,
Alright.
which target are you aiming for?
Okay, so you said the farther ones are more points?
Yes, the further you go, the more points
Okay.
are available.
Well, I didn't expect to do very well anyway, so let's go for the farthest target.
Okay, farthest target, and are you using a longbow?
Um,
You're using a short bow.
Short bow can't reach
So
that.
you can only the farthest
Oh, it
target
can't?
available to you is the third one.
Oh, then yeah, we'll do the third.
Okay, and
Third.
it's going to be at disadvantage. But if you'd like to know the effect of the wind, go ahead and make either a survival or nature check for me.
Can I turn that into a 6?
Survive. Well,
Sure,
my
if you'd
nature's
like.
-2,
I'd like to
and my
use...
survival is +1.
I'll turn it into a 6 for funs.
Okay, so it's actually a 6. So you do not know enough about the wind to know what effect it will have on your arrow. Bless you.
Yep.
So, would you still like to aim for the third target?
Yep.
All right, disadvantage. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, it could be worse. It could be worse. 14.
14. And luckily for you, the wind is in your favor. It actually pulls your arrow slightly closer to the center, awarding you, instead of what you would have gotten, which was 5 points, it actually awards you 6 points.
Ooh.
Ilmay, stepping up to the plate. Which one are you aiming for?
The third one.
Third one. Would you like to know the effect of the wind?
Yes.
Survival or nature, please.
I wish it was perception.
Ilmay just literally rolls high enough. She knows exactly where to fire.
That is actually a 21.
21. Okay. You are confident that there's so little wind blowing right now that it won't have much of an effect on your shot.
All right, I shall go for that, and it's a straight roll because I'm using steady aim.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Nice.
God, it wasn't a good roll. It's a 16 total.
16, still better than Ryujin's. That is 7 points.
You didn't have to go there.
Sammy, real quick, how do we tell if one of the demigods is proficient with it or not, again?
I didn't put it on their sheet, so you just tell me which character you're asking about.
Okay.
Kreese is up.
Okay, is Kreese proficient or not?
Yeah, fighters are proficient with martial weapons.
Okay, so she'll use a longbow.
Okay. Which are you aiming for?
The farthest
Okay.
target.
Go ahead and make a
So-
nature or survival check.
That I have to look and see what they are. They're intelligence and wisdom, right?
Yes.
So she'll do nature because it's better.
All right.
That is gonna be a 17.
17. Not entirely sure about the effect of the wind.
Okay. Well, she'll still aim for the farthest one and hope for the best. So
Go
it's
ahead.
her proficiency plus her dex, right?
That's right.
What is her proficiency? Plus 4, so she gets a plus 9. Okay. Oh my god. You're older than that one. That's a 10.
That is a miss for Kreese.
Oh god.
Sorry,
Look at
Kreese.
9 rolls a 1.
Shoots Ryujin in the toe.
Yeah.
Yow!
All right, Iasis is up next.
Oh my god, is he proficient?
No,
Okay, so he has to use a short bow.
that's right.
Alright, so he'll aim for the third one then.
You got it. Nature or survival.
Okay. We'll do
Nature.
survival because he's got a plus 4 wisdom. It's 18.
18. The wind is not blowing right now.
Okay, so it's his proficiency plus his dex.
That's
so
right.
he gets a 9 to this roll. As a disadvantage. Well, I wish he could take the second one, but he can't. That is 17.
17. Still respectable. That is an 8-point shot. So far, it's been 6, 7, 8. Well, 6, 7, scratch, 8. All right. Tekalis, the archer himself.
He's going for the long one.
Go ahead. You want a nature survival?
He'll run a nature check.
All right.
And he cannot roll well because I'm horrible at rolling today. But it is a 15 total.
He's unsure of the effect. Now, I will also say the longbow on Teclis's character sheet is magical. So instead of looking at that modifier,
It's his dex plus proficiency, right?
plus an additional 2 because he has an archery fighting style.
Okay.
Yeah.
So plus 11. Nice. Okay. Well, he'll still go for it.
Go ahead.
We'll try this die instead. No, still not the best. But 20.
20. It's still 10 points. Puts him right in the lead.
Fuck 2020.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Anura,
young.
you are up. What are you doing?
Okay. Honora is gonna go for the longest one.
All right, nature or survival?
It really doesn't matter. They are literally the same. That is gonna be a 20.
20.
And me throwing a cat out of the way multiple times.
You have the wind blowing directly behind you. You know it's not going to affect the skill of your shot, but it could help with your shot. You can add an additional +2 to this roll.
Okay. Let me check what this is. It's gonna be a +9 then. A disadvantage though.
That's
I
right.
thought you could use a longbow.
I am.
The longbow's a disadvantage at 400 anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't roll with disadvantage. Oops.
Oh, well, whatever.
Mine is going to be a 22.
22. That is 11 points, putting you just squeaking into the lead.
No, I'm so sorry for this cat. He keeps going to walk across
It's
the
totally
street.
fine. Reed, you are up. Also, I love that Reed is using the name Reed, but Ilme is just using the name Ilme.
Well, okay, it's kind of on me because I kind of forgot what my name was.
No!
Lila.
Lila. Like
Lila.
lilacs.
Thanks. I totally forgot what it was. So I just was like, you know what? We're just not going to use it right now.
All right, Reed, which
Oh.
one are you aiming
Just
for?
murder whoever said something
I'll
back
aim for
anyway.
that. We said the last one is at disadvantage no matter what?
Correct.
Yeah.
Ew. Are we sure? I am a child of
Range
God.
is only 150 feet on a longbow before disadvantage kicks in.
You want to check the weather?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I have a +3 to survival.
What if you just didn't check the weather?
That is a nat 1.
If you don't check, the weather will still affect it as normal. You just won't know. You won't have the information in order to decide if you want to change where you're aiming.
Okay.
Adagio, you have no idea.
I like look up at my dad and be like, "You should have taught me more."
You are inside right now.
It doesn't matter.
He gets the message. If I look upwards, he knows I'm talking to him.
All right, go ahead and make your roll at disadvantage.
+6. 23.
23, tying with Anura with 11 points in the first round. Nice job.
Nice.
Which brings us to Lathos. Where's Lathos aiming?
He also has a longbow, so we actually, what is his? It's a plus. Okay, that's yeah, sure. You know the last one. He's rolling nature.
Go ahead.
God, a 4, a 6, a 6 for the weapon.
This wind. Lathos has spent so much time in the underworld, he has no recollection of what wind is.
Well, what?
Even after climbing Mount Olympus?
Yeah.
That's really funny. He rolled a 17 like me as his lower one, so +8. He actually rolled a 25.
25.
He rolled a 17 and an 18. I rolled a 17 and a 19.
That puts him at 12 points, and he is now in the lead going into round 2.
You can't win 2 laurels. That's just rude.
Ryujin, you're up again. What are you doing? What are you aiming
Yes. Easy money, same target.
for? Which is the third one?
Yes.
All right. Are you going to check weather?
Wait, so it's a third one at
Nope.
disadvantage or no?
Okay, go ahead. Third one is at disadvantage
You
for
guys-
short bows.
It sucks.
How far is
that
the
is at disadvantage. I
Third is
rolled
200
a
feet. So
19.
actually, it's disadvantage
That's
for both.
disadvantage for longbow too.
Yeah, disadvantage for both.
Okay. My first roll was a 19. My second roll was a 16. That's still good. Wait, what did I say?
A mood.
A 23?
23.
Yes, because I have +7.
Which is actually a 25 because the wind was in your favor. which is
Nice.
pretty damn good. That's a 12-point shot.
I split Lathos's arrow down the middle.
No, you
You
aimed
know
for
you
the
should-
third one.
Not even the
Split
same
Nora's.
target.
right.
Ryujin aims for Lathos' arrow and accidentally hits the other target.
Please.
All right, Ilmay, you are up. What are you doing?
All right, let's see if I can. I'm going for the third one again.
You got it.
So, are short bows at disadvantage for the second target or not?
Yeah.
The second target is 120 feet, so yes.
Okay.
My check was a total of 9.
Yeah, you're not sure.
Going for it anyway.
Go ahead.
Let's see. All my dice have been rolling really badly. I keep changing.
Pick your
them.
worst die. Pick the die that you roll the worst with and give it a shot, right? You gotta do
Well-
it. If you're rolling bad anyway, what's the risk?
Well, you see, I have like 45 d20s, and I just grab a random handful every game.
Sure.
I felt that.
So,
That's what I do.
I have
yeah.
specific ones that I use for specific purposes and times.
I have like my few that sit to like in the side on their own bag, but like for the most part, it's just I grab a handful of dice.
Everything
With
has
the-
its own bag or container. None of my dice are actually in.
Ilmay, what you get?
Or like,
16.
16. The wind is not in your favor and actually pulls it off target down to a 14, which gets you still on the target for 5 points.
beyond.
My little tiny penis dice are in their own one, but that's because they're very tiny.
Kreesa, hoping to get on target this time. What are you doing?
I have to scroll back to her character sheet real quick. Hold up. This is a lot. I didn't think this through. Okay, Kreesa's gonna go for the farthest target again.
Go ahead.
Okay, so nature is it nature or survival that she wants to do? Nature. So 17.
17. Unsure about this wind. It's changing rapidly.
Okay. I shall pull back to the third target to be safe.
Absolutely.
Alright. Oh my god, Kreesa! The first roll was a 1, so she can't do any worse.
Poor Kreesa, it is not her day today.
Kreesa, she rolled a freaking 19 on the first one the first time,
She's
and
like,
then a 1, and this time she
I
just rolled
swear,
a
it's not usually like this. Iasis.
God bless it. Iasis is gonna go for the farthest target.
Alright.
He can't. He only has a short bow.
He has a longbow.
Iasis? No,
Does
he's a
he?
short bow.
Oh no, third target then. My bad.
Yeah.
I can't do. I'm keeping with 3 characters. Please help. I don't know how Sammy did this. Alright, he'll go for his nature check. That is a 10.
10? No idea. Wind is changing.
He's gonna hope for the fucking best.
Go ahead.
Oh my god, he rolled 2 6s. It's a 15?
15 does hit. But the wind does pull it slightly off target, so he gets 5 points. Which brings us to Teclis trying to regain the lead, feeling like he's the archer and he really should.
Yeah.
Look at Teclis and be like, what is happening?
Yeah.
He's
He's
aiming.
aiming-
Use the bow are fucking struggling.
Yeah, he's aiming for the 4th target. He's
Alright.
gonna do a nature check. Gosh! Cannot roll today! That's a 13.
Unsure.
Who's in the lead right now?
Right now it's Lathos.
Okay,
What
and
Lathos get a 28?
You gotta...
he's still
25,
going for the
actually.
farthest target because
Go
he
ahead.
needs to.
Jeez.
Anora's
a
like
19
staring
and a
down
1.
like this.
Oh my god. So yeah, Teclis scratches.
Anora's like staring down Lathos like, how did you do it?
Anura, you're up.
Alright, going for the farthest one.
Go ahead.
Was our last round?
This
No,
is
we
the
have
second
one more.
round. You get 3 rounds.
Oh, it's okay.
That is going to be a 19.
19. You're not sure of the wind.
I'm gonna do it anyway, fuck it.
Go ahead.
Okay. It was a 17 and then a 16. don't know how the fuck my dice decided to be nice to one character. It's 2 characters.
Total?
No. So, 16 was the... I'm trying to do math and I can't. 23. Good lord.
23. A nice, respectable 12-pointer. If this were the only round, you would be tied for the lead with Ryujin. Reed, you're up.
Hoi hoi hoi. Survival check. 18 plus 321.
The wind is right in your face. You know that it's going to negatively impact your attack roll.
So I should roll it back.
Up to you.
I don't know.
I would say yes.
Yeah.
You
Probably
should
not
go for one of
that
the easier
last
ones.
one.
I'll also remind you, there is more than just the fourth and the third one. There's also a second and a first one.
But
Yeah,
we don't
but
get as
that's
many
not-
points, right?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it
but
feels
when
like the
Krisa has
point
double
scale-
scratched and Teclis has scratched,
Yeah, but
Up to you.
when my Lethos is
that's true. That's true.
don't know,
I
it
guess I
just
could
feels
just go
like
for the second one. I'll
Okay, go
why
for the
not,
second
you know?
one.
Is that
With
that's
the
not
point scale,
disadvantage?
it feels like
because
impossible to win.
I have a longbow, right? What?
Correct. If you have a longbow, second one is at normal, and it's not affected by wind, so it's not going to do any detriment to your attack.
Oh, nice. But the third one is still at disadvantage and the wind.
Yes.
You know, as a child Apollo, I feel like I should be able to re-roll that. Not one.
No.
That's a
That's a scratch.
Listen,
That
listen. Artemis was more on target with their little
Yeah, with their little bet.
bet
Listen
before.
here.
I gotta
So
say, I mean, at least you're getting all the
I
net ones out in practice and not in the event, you know?
The way I've always heard that myth, Apollo let her win.
Sure.
The way
Uh,
I've always heard it is
Lathos.
Apollo just took his loss and was like, I'll make a city, and Artemis just made a forest, but she still got closer.
Lathos,
Who's
where
to
you
know what
aiming?
they were really aiming for, right? He'll roll
He's
A
admitted that he
nature.
lost his god.
roll the damn 10.
Unsure.
He's going for the third one.
All right.
Is the third one easier to hit than the fourth one? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
How do
Yeah, sure.
points scale?
Sure, why not?
What do you mean?
Like, what's
do
the highest?
you want to know the maximums?
Yeah,
Hold on, we'll finish this, then I'll tell you.
yeah.
What did Lathos get?
23, sorry. 23.
23. Minus 1. Alright, that's 11 points for Lathos. Which
One of
means
us
that
gotta win, apparently.
he is currently tied with Anura for the
Oh.
lead.
Nice.
Anura, so you know, the first target, the maximum you can get is a 9, unless you roll a natural 20, which is then 10 points.
Yeah.
The second target, the most you can get is 11, unless you crit, and that's a 15. You'll notice that the crits get more and more powerful as you go. The third target, the highest you can get is 13, with a crit of 20. And the fourth one, the highest you can get is 15, with a crit of 25.
Okay.
Alright, final round. Ryujin,
Bless thy wretched soul.
Alright.
where you aiming?
Listen, something in South Carolina is blooming and it's kicking my ass.
Region, you're muted.
That does happen sometimes. The first roll I got was a 19 and the second was a 14. So,
For what?
was that 21?
For what?
Wait. Not the wind. Screw the wind. I don't care about the wind.
But what are you aiming for?
Oh, the third one.
Okay.
He said,
Third one with a 21. That's a respectable 10 points, Ryujin.
Nice.
nice.
All right.
Ilmay, up to you.
Okay, we're gonna check nature.
Go ahead.
I'm rolling special die for both
Ooh.
of these rolls, so we're gonna see if this helps me. That's better. 17.
17. You're unsure.
Gotta be freaking kidding me, really?
Sorry, DC's 18.
Oh my god.
I always
Uh,
die. I might die.
We're just gonna go for the second one then, so I
Sure.
can roll with advantage. Still, nope, never mind. It's not advantage because it's still too far away with a short bow,
Yeah,
but it's regular. And I'm using my mega die for this.
you got it.
Mega die, you better come in handy. And it doesn't. That is a 17.
17. That's a respectable 9 points, Ilme.
I can't express
annoyed.
how upset I am that I'm not going to get these coin dice in time for this campaign.
I know, I ordered them too.
Okay, we're both like, I want the coin dice.
All right,
There's
Kreesa.
glasses of fate.
Kreesa, please get on the board, Kreesa.
Oh my god. Alright, she's gonna go for the farthest. Okay, she got a nat 20 for her check, so 22.
There is no wind effect currently.
Fuck her.
Nice waste of a gnat.
Give her a +2.
She got a dirty 20.
A dirty 20 is good for 10 points. At least she's on the board.
Oh my god, my poor girl.
Iasis, you're up.
Going for the third one. Let's roll his check.
Go ahead.
The 19.
19. There is still no wind.
Alright, he's gonna go for it.
Go ahead.
Fuck Iasis this time, I guess. He got a 2 plus 9, so 11.
11 unfortunately misses. Still
At least I
beats
get
Kreesa,
the
though.
bad rolls out on these two now.
Exactly. Tekalis, trying to live up to his name.
Not doing too hot because I can't roll, but he's going to aim for the fourth one. He's going to do his nature check. That's a good roll. That is a 26.
26.
Gotta give Teclis advantage because he needs it.
There is heavy wind that keeps changing direction, but because Teclis is so skilled, he can time the arrow in a proper way, and it will increase his point total.
Okay.
Depending on how much he hits.
Okay, so he's going to go for it.
Go ahead.
We're at disadvantage.
Yep.
Come on, dice.
Can't get it to work. Ah!
Yay! I rolled double 18.
Ooh.
That's
Ooh.
what, 29.
29. That is a 15-pointer,
Wow.
Yay!
which probably would have made him win if he hadn't scratched the second round. Anura, you're up.
Alright, going for the farthest.
Go ahead.
Ooh, that's a 23 for the wind.
Okay, that is there's a strong tailwind, so you're very confident that it's going to help your arrow.
Okay, we're going for it.
Go ahead.
Alright, another 19, but I got a second one. Wow, that was the second one, was a 20.
So a 19 for what?
Oh damn, we would have to roll
28.
2 20s to get for that last one.
So 28 plus a tailwind makes it 30,
Oh my
which
god.
puts you in as close to the target as you can be without getting a nat 20. So that is a 15-point shot.
The only way Lathos could win would be
Has to roll 2 20s in a row on the fourth
2
one.
20s on the fourth one, or 2 20s on the third one.
Reed, you're up.
+3 for survival check. That's a 4.
No
Plus
idea.
3.
No idea.
Well, I'm just gonna aim for the cute second one.
You got it. Second one.
Why did I roll 2 4s back to back? 10 altogether.
10 altogether is a miss.
You know what's really funny? I just realized that I was using 2 separate dice and I rolled 2 4s. Funny. How cute. They were meant to be together.
All right. And finally, to potentially win it, Lathos.
Ugh, what do I need to hit?
You
A
would
bullseye
need
on
to
3 or 4?
either get a 30 plus on the last one or a nat 20, depending on what the wind is doing.
Well, Lathos, it was a good run. +2 nature check. He rolled an 18, so +2 30
18.
20.
The wind is very much in your favor. All you need is a 28 or above to tie it. a nat
I would
20
have to
win.
roll. I would need a nat 20 for him to get to 28.
Oh, really?
Yeah. His longbow thing is a +8, so I would have to roll 2 nat 20s.
Let's see what happens.
I scared. Do I have to aim for the last one? This is even if I aim for the third one, right? Like
Yeah,
if I
if you
roll the
aim for
nat
the third
20s,
one.
I guess I'll aim for the third one.
But if you aim for the third one, it's impossible for you to win unless you get two 20s.
But if I aim for the third one, I would still need 2 nat 20s.
Yeah.
Because my +8 would be a 28.
That's true. Carry on.
So either way.
Yeah, go ahead.
Either way doesn't
Because
matter.
Lithos and I rolled the same the first 2 rounds.
Trash. Well, 16 + 8. 24.
24,
The third one.
which actually becomes a 26 because of the wind,
That is true.
which gives you 13 points.
So close.
Which
I'm
means
proud
let
of him,
me
though.
put this in order here.
Out of my little lightis.
All right. In last place is Krisa, who scratched twice. And coming up right after her is Reed, who also scratched twice.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Second and third round. Iasis comes in 6th place with 13 total points. In 5th place is Ilmay with 21 points. In 4th place, Tekalis with 25 points. 3rd place, Ryujin with 28 points. 2nd
heck,
place, Lathos with 36, which means with 38 points, Anura wins the laurel.
Hey, I'm very proud of Lathos. I want you to
Lathos has been doing
I'm
really
proud of
great.
Lithos.
So is Nora.
Yeah.
They've won
Yeah,
too.
that was really good.
I won Javelin and this. Right?
Pew, pew, pew. Now let's do wrestling.
Ophelia's like, I don't do the wrestling, but I'll wrestle the fuck out of you if you want.
Oh, that
Um,
sounded.
I'm gonna like look up and go, that don't.
I
don't think
wanna,
it came out the way you wanted
wanna
it to."
grab Lathos' arm and be like, he's taking woman. This one is mine.
I don't think that came out the way you wanted it to.
Or you guys can wrestle, I don't care.
No.
I
That's
do want to
fine.
pick
I
her brain
think wrestling her
about
would
some
be
of the
fun.
other events in pentathlon, like equestrian, because I don't think she does it by itself, does she?
She does not do equestrian, no.
But she does it in the pentathlon.
Correct.
Right, in the pentathlon, it is you doing all 5.
That's right.
But what's the other one? The one that you have a teammate? We have a relay race, right?
There's a relay race, that's a team of 4, yeah.
A team of 4?
Yeah.
Would that be like Ilmay?
Well, traditionally, because in most cases, most cities have 3 sprinters. So they usually have the 3 sprinters also do the relay, plus a 4th.
Oh, Ilmay.
Yeah. And the only difference with the relay as opposed to the sprint is that for the baton handoff, both of those parties would need to make dexterity checks. And depending on the success of their joint dexterity check, it determines the success of the baton pass.
Is Ophelia a monk?
No, she's a paladin.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Pop off. Yes,
Slay,
some
bitch.
wrestling, some one-on-one hand combat, pow.
Who wants to wrestle?
I want to wrestle. Me and Lathos will always want to wrestle.
Mariana.
What
Actually,
is good for wrestling again?
Wrestling is athletics.
Okay, yeah, I'm out.
I'll say, Adagio, if you want to choose either Reed or Lathos to fight Nariana, just so that you're not fighting yourself.
I'm gonna say Lathos
All right.
because he actually, has an athletic.
Lathos versus Nariana. So,
Do you get athletics with your rage?
yeah, when you rage, you get advantage on athletics.
What the? Why was I not raging? Am I allowed to rage in all of
Yes.
these events?
Yes.
What the banana?
What the banana
What
is
the
right.
buzzer?
I
What the
couldn't have put it
banana?
better myself. All right, so.
I have a question about
Bad.
what the banana.
So, Isaac and DJ, I would like you, please, in addition to your d20s, I would like you to pull out a d4, a d6, and a d8, please. So, this is a little bit more complicated to explain, but it makes sense once you're doing it. So, each wrestling match is divided into 3 rounds. Whoever wins the most rounds wins the overall match. Best 2 out of 3. Each round is made up of moves against each other, which are essentially just grapple checks against each other. Whoever succeeds on 3 grapple checks has pinned their opponent and wins the round, and then 2 rounds wins the match. Make sense? Cool. So, the way it'll work is that you'll make your grapple check, which is an athletics check, a contested athletics check, but after you've rolled your athletics check, but before you announce what that number is, you can choose if you want to add one of your dice, one of your D4, your D6, or your D8 to your number, your rolled number. You don't need to tell the other person that you're doing this. You just need to roll it and add it to the number. After you've decided whether or not to do that, you can then reveal, I used my D4 that time, and you can only use each of those dice once per round. So theoretically, the round could last up to 5 of these grapple checks. 3 of them you can add one of your dice just to help support you. At the end of the round, you get all 3 of your dice back for the next round. Make sense? So, if you would please, as Lathos and Neriana get into the ring together, they circle each other and both go in for the move. I need you both to make your competing athletics checks.
I mean, I guess I'll be raging since I
definitely rage.
Was not paying attention to the
Go ahead and make this check with advantage.
You said athletics?
Athletics.
Right? Yeah.
Now, don't tell me. But once you roll and you figure out your number, if you want to add anything to it, now would be the time to make that decision. And once you're ready, just give me a thumbs up. Okay. So, Lathos, what did you get?
Wait, my brain is not... 31.
31.
And
Neriana?
I used my D4.
And use a D4. Neriana?
I used a D4.
Okay.
Rolled a natural 19 plus 9.
Damn, I
is
rolled an 18 plus
28.
9, and I rolled a 4.
28
What'd you roll on the
plus
D4?
32. Or I rolled a 4 on the D4.
Not a
my
singular
God.
point behind.
All right, so on first contact, you immediately can tell that these are 2 very evenly matched competitors, but Lathos gets a headlock in the first move. Second move, go ahead and make your grapple checks.
Wait, I thought Neriana did better.
Oh, sorry, I meant Neriana.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wrote an L instead of an N.
If I'm seeing like this startup, I just want to like look to everybody and go, anyone want to start taking bets on how this one's going to go? Get used to gambling our money on them?
Ophelia goes, now that's the Olympic spirit.
I'm going to look at her and go, you want to make a bet?
Fusion comes back with a popcorn stand.
Yeah.
Selling popcorn.
When you're ready, give me a thumbs up. Adagio? Deciding?
Yeah. God damn.
You're already in a headlock.
To which
That's the worst
This
part.
I will say this game is so much more fun when you're actually in person because you can hear if the other person has rolled a die, but you can't tell what die they've rolled.
Well, it's, you can slightly hear it. Like, I heard Adagio roll the D4.
Yeah. What's Lathos doing?
Okay.
Okay. I'll start with Neriana this time. Neriana, what'd you roll?
So, natural 16 plus 9 is 25. Then I rolled a D8.
Ooh.
That's a 7.
Damn.
Ooh.
Lathos rolled a
What
natural
is that?
11 plus 9, 20, and then a D8 for a 6 for 26.
So
It's a little
Neriana
rough, buddy.
wins that one as well. Wow, you guys have both used your D4 and your D8. But this might only last one more round if Neriana can pull out this third move. As Neriana has Lethos in a chokehold, she pushes his leg down and he gets down to one knee, struggling to find his footing in this. Third move, go.
Ariana's what, a paladin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't fuck with paladins, apparently.
Have you been rolling with advantage?
Yes. It was 11 and a 7.
Yikes.
I've just been rolled.
Alright, motherfucker.
I've rolled my secondary die with it because I know I'm not gonna beat him with advantage.
Well, now we know that he's been rolling the secondary die this whole time.
Yeah.
So if
It's
if,
best of
also-
3. I have
Yeah.
to go for both.
It's best of 5, technically.
are you guys ready? All right.
Yes.
Lethos, what'd you roll?
Overall, it was a 30, and I did use that stupid little die.
Alexios or Neriana?
There's the D6.
Uh huh.
Rolled natural 19. plus
God,
9.
again? I rolled an 18!
Someone take these dice away from Alexios.
So what's your total,
I'm
Neriana?
using a different die every time.
What's your total?
28, 32.
32. So Neriana takes the first round as she finally gets the other leg out from under Lethos and pins him to the ground. First round goes to Neriana. You guys both get all 3 of your dice back. Round 2 officially begins now. Go ahead and make your checks.
Can Norton or Ryujin be like, can you play something on your lyre and make it put up like a scoreboard?
Ding, 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 ding.
So I was playing Barracuda.
Exactly.
You guys ready? All right, let's start with Neriana this time.
So 22. Use my D4. And I got a 3, so 25.
25 total. Lethos.
Rolled a 14, plus 9, 23. And then I rolled my D6 and
Oh.
rolled a 5.
Oh, Lethos!
I thought that was gonna be too low of a roll.
So, Lethos, after the first round, brushes himself off and sees Adagio, like, so disappointed in the stands, and he's like, fuck, I can't let that stand. He goes in for the kill this time, gets Neriana in a headlock. Second move, go ahead and grapple.
Why is this so, like, nerve-wracking?
So like Neriana could just come out of it immediately though, right? If she rolls good enough.
Yeah.
Beginning to understand these games a bit more.
Okay. Both ready? Lethos, you go first.
Rolled a 17, plus 9, plus my D8, which was a 7, so 33 all around.
Oof. Neriana.
Okay. So I roll a 24, use my D8, and got an 8. So it's
32.
24.
32, so it still loses?
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
God. So Neriana does her best. She like takes an elbow and knees Lethos to try to break the chokehold, but he just scooches to the side to block the elbow and keeps her down, getting her closer and closer to the ground. Third move. Go ahead and
Anora's
roll.
next to Adagio with like a paper bag, like breathe, breathe, breathe.
I'm just glad these have advantage.
Yeah.
Way Alexios rolls, yeah.
Literally, what, golly, because all my other numbers have been like 3s and 7s and 4s, and I'm like, ain't no way. Okay.
All right.
Screech, tomatoes,
Both ready? Neriana, you go.
So rolled a natural 17. So it's 26. Rolled the D6 and got a 6. So
32.
The fuck?
Lethos.
Rolled a natural 17 for a 26, rolled a D4 and got a 3.
Oh,
29.
so Neriana. So As Lathos begins to taste victory, he starts to get a little cocky, and Neriana takes the opportunity to headbutt him. Oh, my headphones! She headbutts him, which causes him to lose his grasp on her, and she quickly turns around and flips him around, and now he's in the chokehold. Fourth
The
move.
headbutt breaks the fourth wall and knocks Sammy's head.
Fourth move, go ahead and roll. Now I believe neither of you have any more additional dice.
I really wanted to get it pinned down within the first.
Alright, so we're just doing raw rolls here.
That looks good.
Okay,
rolls.
let's do Lathos first.
Nat 20.
Oh!
29. My other roll is an 18, so that wasn't too bad
Neriana?
either.
I got a 26.
Okay, so...
But they both have a +9, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just whoever rolls higher now.
Yeah, basically. So, with that final move, although Neriana had this brief moment of success as she gets Lathos in the chokehold, Lathos is now so confident, he grabs her by the scruff of her neck and just throws her over his shoulders, and she lands on her back on the floor. Second round goes to Lathos.
Holy fuck.
Which means
But
it all comes down to this third
Oh.
round. You guys get your dice back. You both have some skin in the game now. First move. Go.
First of all, the fact that like Neriana and Lathos have never fought side by side as allies, like in any battle plan, is like a travesty. Apparently.
Yeah.
These two need to have side
Like they did
adventures,
on Mount
bro.
Olympus.
And we're gonna start with Lathos.
Say that out loud. Why would you say that out loud? Okay. I've rolled a natural 19, so 28. And I used my d6, but rolled a 1, so 29.
29. Neriana.
So I used a d6, rolled a natural 17 for 26, and got a 5 on the d6.
So a 31. Neriana comes in strong.
Can DJ just roll for
Yeah,
everyone?
all these natural 17s are ridiculous. So, Neriana, now they've fought several times now. Now she's beginning to understand Lathos's battle habits. As Lathos goes in for the chokehold, she ducks underneath and actually gets underneath his body weight and lifts him up on her shoulders. Second move, go.
I'll use that one.
All right, Neriana.
So, rolled a natural 12, so that's a 21. Then I rolled my d4 and got a 1, that's 22.
22. Lathos.
I rolled a natural 16, plus 9 is 25, and I didn't roll anything else because I thought I'd lose and I didn't want to waste.
Nice job. You won without wasting anything. So,
Oh my god, I was like, god damn, what is this roll?
with Lathos now on Neriana's shoulders, gives him the perfect opportunity to just squeeze his core and like wrap himself around Neriana's head. And now she's struggling because she now has like is getting constricted around her head. Third move, go. Go ahead, Lathos.
Oh, I was doing that math wrong. Well, I rolled an 18, so 27, and then I rolled a 4 on my d4.
Whew.
God.
31.
Oh, I did do the math right. 31.
Alright.
I thought it was a number off.
Neriana.
So, rolled a 25, used my d8, rolled a 8. So I think that's 33.
33.
Damn.
Neriana, although she's constricted, she takes a deep breath to calm herself, and once again just rips Lathos off of her shoulders and slams him down, but he gets up on his feet quick. They're now sort of back at neutral, staring off against each other. Fourth move. Go.
I feel like I should just pick my team.
Neriana only needs to win one more move to win the entire match.
Oh, when did I mute?
Just now.
Oh.
All right, Neriana.
I have no more dice left, but that's a nat 20.
Ooh, for a total of what?
29.
29. Adagio.
I rolled an 18 for a 27. And on my D8, I rolled a 3 for a 30 altogether.
30 altogether. And because these are ability checks, nat 20s don't mean anything. That one goes to Lathos, which means the final move of the final round will determine the winner of this entire thing. As Lathos and Neriana now have each other by the shoulders, neither giving in, neither letting go. Final move. None of you have any dice left. Go ahead and roll.
You know, it'd be really funny if I had that 6 for divination.
For sure it would.
Oh my god. The amounts of like fear and worry that goes through my body right now. Oh. Okay.
Okay. Will you guys both say it at the same time?
With the added?
Yeah, you wanna...
Or just like it's a straight roll?
Yeah,
for the
just
same thing?
why don't you just say the raw number? 1, 2.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
What?
You said what we rolled or the
raw
value?
number on the die, because you have the same modifier and you don't have anything to add to it. So just the raw number that you actually
I don't get a
rolled on the
plus for it being in a rage. I don't get those little +2s.
die. That's rage damage.
Rage.
Yeah.
And then if you go ahead and you just add the fact that I like winning.
All right, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
28.
16.
Oh!
We said with
Then I took a picture. It's a 17. Sorry.
A 17.
That's a 26.
So what that means is, as both
You're right.
as both are just struggling with each other, trying as hard as they can. Yes?
Oh.
It was a 16 versus 17, right?
Yes, I rolled a 17.
Right.
Shit.
And Lathos rolled a 16. Yeah. So
16 and
Because I
11.
messed up.
this becomes less of a wrestling match and more of an arm wrestle, as they're both just grabbing each other's arms, trying to will each other into submission. And finally, after what feels like forever, Lathos falls to his knees and collapses in exhaustion. Neriana wins the laurel.
So stressful.
And that's the
That
wrestle
was
match.
That was
I'm
amazing.
upset
Isn't
that
that
I
one
asked
so fun?
you clearly which one, and I said the number instead of the the dice. Still,
You're
that's
like, just
embarrassing.
to add some clarity, and then did the opposite.
That's it. Yeah, and did it anyway.
Yeah, Reed is definitely gonna
That
walk
was-
up to Lathos. Be like, it's okay, we'll practice your wrestling moves later.
Ophelia just
bumble.
goes, well, if you guys are going to join the team, Sparta doesn't know what's about to fucking hit him. Because you guys are great. But, I gotta get ready. So, it was really great meeting you all. And, hopefully I'll see you in the teleport, yeah?
Yeah. Can we
Alright.
keep attending
Toodaloo.
events to get an idea of them, or we have to stop now that she's gone?
You can keep practicing. There's only so
Yes,
many
but-
events that you can practice here. Like, you won't be able to practice the swimming event here and that kind of thing, but...
Can we practice the equestrian event? Because I just want to see how it goes.
Sure, I mean, you don't have a horse here, but you can...
That's a lie.
It's true, you can summon your Pegasus.
I can summon a Pegasus.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I just see how it goes? Would you be okay with
Absolutely.
me using your Pegasus for that, Adagio?
What happened? What happened to my D20?
The next question is, can the Pegasus actually be used in the equestrian?
No, it has to be a normal riding horse.
But like for this, I can still get an idea, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just don't have them fly.
Yeah.
No flying.
Okay, so here's how the equestrian event works. This is an individual event, meaning that you're not competing against anyone's like at the same time as you. Yeah.
If we have a Nora turn into a horse, and then me ride my Pegasus, and then have someone else ride a Nora, so that we get an even better idea of what the equestrian event goes on.
Unfortunately, because much of the event revolves around getting the horse to do what you want, I think having a druidic horse is not necessarily fair.
Okay.
What if I
A Nora doesn't have to listen.
for somebody
What
else
if
who
we
wants to
put-
try it after me? Can I turn into a horse and act as much like a normal horse as I can?
Sure. Alexius?
What if we put Ryujin's water horse in like a water hamster ball?
There we go.
I'm weak.
Is this
Hippocamp?
Yes.
Okay.
Put a
So-
hippocamp in a water hamster ball.
So it's
Here's-
gonna be like the hippocamp of Percy Jackson.
So,
Yes.
here is how the event works. It is purely
rock,
a
paper, scissors,
time
and
trial. It's a time trial. So, there are 3 events that you need to do, like 3 sort of mini events. Fence jumping, dressage, and weight pull. And you are getting judged at how quickly you can successfully do these things. Every time that you fail at something, like for instance, if you fail a jump over a fence, you have the option to either try it again or move on. Every time you try it again, you do take a bit of a time penalty. But if you finish that part of the event, like if you finish all the fence jumping and you never went back to successfully complete that jump, you'll take a significant time penalty.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Wait, is this all animal handling? What's happening?
No. So the fence jumping portion is animal handling. The dressage portion is performance. And the weight pull is either intelligence or dexterity.
So you should start with the one you're bad at, though, right?
Start with the one you're bad at because you can't ever go negative. You can only go positive.
Okay, so I would start with dressage then.
All right.
I want to do this one too.
So,
After this, I'll turn into a horse, and then 2 other people can try it with the Pegasus and me.
I'm weak.
So essentially, similar to some other events, we'll do this in 6-second chunks, and generally, every 6 seconds you can do 1 attempt at something.
Okay.
So, if you're starting with dressage, we will start. You have 6 seconds. Go ahead and try the trotting, which is a performance check against a relatively low skill DC.
Well, I have a +0. But I can use wheel, right?
Sure. That's my ruling for now, but I might change that by next week. We'll find out.
Okay, it's gonna be a
Is
15.
divination-
15. That is a success. Moving on to prancing.
That was another 15.
15. Still a success. Moving on to bucking.
I'm having to use an auto roller because my cat stole my ice. I'm gonna add to that one.
Okay.
So that's gonna bring it to a total of 19.
19. Still a success. Your horse is
Or
listening to
13,
you.
and then I
Go
gotta
ahead.
add this.
The final part of this is dancing.
The 13.
13 is a fail. Do you want to try again or move on to the next thing?
I'll try it again.
Okay, go ahead.
That's gonna be a 16.
16, still a failure, unfortunately.
Alright,
Do you
I'm
wanna
gonna
try
add
again?
to it.
You want to try again?
Can I add? Oh no, I realized.
I already told you that it failed, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll try it again. It's a 19.
19?
Yeah.
19 is a success. That finishes that portion. Do you want to go to the weight pull or the fence jumping?
Let's go to weight pull next.
Weight
What
pull.
is your animal handling?
My animal handling's a +9.
Nice.
All right, so for the weight pull, all you gotta do is make a blank intelligence or dexterity check to tie the weights to the horse.
Okay.
Go ahead. Which one are you doing?
I'm gonna add to it. I'm doing intelligence. That is gonna be a dirty 20.
A dirty 20 is what you needed to succeed in a remarkable way. You succeeded and reduced your time, which is good. All right, that brings us to the fence jumping.
Yep.
Animal handling to jump the first fence.
That is going to be a 27.
27. You not only succeeded, you crush that thing. You subtract 2 rounds from your time. And you
How
get
much did I subtract? I'm sorry, my cat just went to full psycho mode and attacked something.
2 rounds.
Thank
Really
you.
good. And you get advantage on your next jump.
Yeah.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Thank God. The next one's going to be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Success and a very good success. Third jump.
That is going to be an 18.
18. Success. Fourth jump.
That is going to be a 22.
22 is a success. That ends your time. Now let me add up your total here. That brings you to a total of 54 points. It took you 54 seconds-ish to do this. And that would be your total. If Adagio wants to try to beat you, we can see who would win.
On a scale, like, just in general, how would that be?
That was very good.
Okay. Does anybody else want to try besides Adagio?
Anyone else with a high anything?
I don't have a high any of those. I think they have an average everything.
A high
of those.
charisma would do good, because that can fuck
Okay.
you over real quick.
Let me see if I want like those things.
You could both go.
What was it? It was
It's animal handling, performance, and either intelligence or dex.
So he basically can just do dex.
I want to see what Eric's does with this, considering the performance part.
I have a
Performance.
performance of plus 10, but the other, what was it, dex or intelligence? Both of those are off for me. So.
Yeah.
You just try it.
I'll
At least
try
the,
it. Sure.
the good thing
I mean-
about the dex or intelligence one is that it's one thing you have to do. You don't have to do multiple of them. It's one thing and you move on.
I'll give
do
it a
the-
shot. I have a
yeah,
plus
why
2
not?
dex.
All right, Ryujin, you going?
I'm going to turn into a horse. And
Alright.
act as
Yeah.
horsey as possible.
Ryujin, which event would you like to start with? Dressage, weight pull, or fence jump? It is strategic to start with what you anticipate being your worst event.
You just...
Yeah,
my
it's
cat
whatever
just
his dex.
the
Defense?
microphone on my Google Home.
Dex, that's the weight pull.
Yeah. Okay, the weight pool then.
All right, so first attempt at the weight pull, just a straight dex check.
That's a 14.
14 is a failure. Try again.
Do I, like, kick out at him or something?
It's just that he doesn't tie the weight on securely enough that as you start to move, the weight stays behind.
I'm just going to,
That's
like, turn
another
around and,
failure.
like, roll my eyes as a horse.
Another failure. So, and also the weight pull is interesting because the other ones, if you keep trying and keep failing, you can just choose to leave it. Weight pull, you cannot go forward until you do it. So, third attempt.
Puff at him this time.
Dude, I rolled fucking 14 again.
Failure again.
Okay.
You get
I
even
got,
more
that one's a
irritated
dirty
puff
20. That one's a
around.
dirty 20.
A dirty 20? Okay. So you succeed and you take a little bit of time off of your score. Would you like to go to dressage or fence jump?
Fence jump.
Fence jump. All right. Go ahead and make an animal handling check on the
I'm
first
just going
fence.
to look at him and be like, you better not fuck this up and hit me and run me into a fence.
15.
15. Success. Moving on to the next fence.
Ooh. That's failure for sure.
What is it?
3.
Failure. Do you want
Do I
to try
hit the
again or
fence?
move on?
Yes.
That was not a yes or no question.
Trying again.
I'll try again.
Go
And
ahead.
that one's going to be a dirty 20 as well. I rolled an 18.
Dirty 20. All right. You get a little bit of time off your score.
Oh,
Third
that-
fence.
It's not dirty 20. That's
Oh.
19. Because animal handling is only 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
then,
nice.
in that case, it's just a normal success. Third fence. What you got?
Oh my god, that was like deafeningly.
There's a 1.
That was a 1. That is a failure. Try again. Or you can skip it.
Okay. 17.
17, that is a success. Fourth and final fence.
11.
11 is a failure. Do you want to try again?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, that's better. 17 again.
17 still fails. Do you want to try again?
Yes.
Go ahead.
That's a failure. That's a failure again.
Do you want to try again?
Oh, shit, yeah. Okay,
Okay.
that one's a dirty 20. I rolled a 19.
Okay, Dirty 20 is a success. That ends that, which brings us to the dressage portion. Go ahead and make a performance check.
Awesome. 26.
26. Crazy success, gives you a huge advantage. It reduces your time, and you get advantage on this next performance check for the prance.
It's a natural 20,
Nice.
and I have plus 10, and so 30. with a nat 20.
Golly.
That is another 2 rounds off your time and another advantage on your next check for the bucking. Go ahead.
Wait, so you said advantage, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Another nat 20?
Are you serious?
Yeah, same dice.
Nice job.
It'd be a Norris time just because of the dressage.
All right, so
Jesus Christ.
that means for your final roll, you are gonna have advantage on this. Go ahead. This is for the dance.
Okay. That's a 26.
26 is a good
Wait, hold on, that was
success.
only one-
Oh, go ahead.
29.
29, a
there you go.
great success. And that ends your time right there. Let me do some math here.
Fucked up so much at the beginning, but this last one just went
It helped you a
great.
lot. It helped you a lot.
Beats a Norris time just because of that.
All right, let's see. No, I don't think he will.
Yeah, I retried a lot of stuff.
Doing some quick math here.
Quick math.
So, in this event, you want the lowest score possible. Anura
Mhm.
had a 54. Ryujin just got a 96.
Oh.
So even with an amazing dressage portion, the first few really, really fucked you up.
Wouldn't it have been better if I just moved on from them?
It's hard to say. So if you move on, it's essentially the same as taking 3 failures. So if you fail 4 times, then it would have been better to just move on.
I think I
But
failed more than 3 times for each of those. It would
yeah,
have been
but the
better for
problem
me.
is that you were failing a lot at the weight pull, which you can't move on from until you do it. So you're stuck there anyway. It was just the
Fair
fences
enough.
that you could have done. Would anyone else like to give it an attempt?
Eric's wants to try.
Ooh, all right, Eric's.
Yes.
All right, so.
I'm gonna look back at Eric's as a horse and just kind of glare at him and be like, better not fuck this up, basically.
All right, what would Eric's like to start with?
He's gonna do the weight pull.
All right, intelligence or dex?
We'll do Dex.
Go ahead.
That's a 19.
19 is a success. Immediately moving on from the weight pull. Where are you going?
The fence. thing.
Fencing. All right. Starting with an animal handling check for the first fence.
That's wisdom, right?
Yes, wisdom, animal handling.
14.
14 is a success. Moving on to the second one.
Okay. Ooh, 18.
18
Ooh.
success. Moving on to the third one.
Oh, that's where he fails. That's just an 8.
Ooh, there goes the perfect run. Want to try it again?
I know. Yeah, he'll try it again.
Go ahead.
Oh, even worse.
Do you want to try again or move on?
He's gonna move on.
Okay, moving on to the fourth fence.
7.
7 is a failure. Do you want to try again or move on?
He's gonna try one more time.
Go ahead.
There we go. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Nice job. That is a success. Do you want to move on to the dressage, or do you want to go back to that third fence?
So, quick question. So he failed it twice, and then
That's
if he leaves it, it's an extra 3?
That's right.
He's just gonna try it again.
One more time. You got it.
You can't give himself bardic inspiration.
No, that's fully magic.
It's magic.
Yeah, that was a 5.
That is a failure. Do you want to leave it or try again?
Well,
One
now
more
it's the
time.
equivalent of
One more
6, is it
time.
not?
No! Ow! 11.
11. Failure.
Okay, he's done. He's
Okay.
done.
There goes that 3 rounds. Dressage. Trotting. That is a performance check.
Hey.
So it was the 3 rounds plus the 4 he failed there,
That's
right?
That's correct.
Yes. So we got a nat 20 plus a 13.
Nice. So
Wow.
that is minus 12 and advantage on your next check for the prance.
23.
23 is a great success. Next is the bucking.
That one.
Nat 1,
It
unfortunately.
makes it a 14.
Jesus!
Unfortunately, it does not succeed. Do you want to try again?
Yeah, I'll try again.
Go ahead.
Oh my god, he rolled another one!
Do you want to try again?
We move on to the next one.
Moving on to the this is the third one, or now the fourth one, bucking or dancing. Sorry, dancing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. If this is another one. 4, which is a 17.
17 is still a failure. Do you want to try again?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He did so well.
He was doing so well.
Oh my gosh. 16.
16 failure. Do you want to try again?
Yep. He is finishing this.
Go ahead.
This is his
There.
part too.
Yeah, I know. What is that? 29.
29. That is a great success. Do you want to go back to that third one? You do have advantage on it now.
Yeah, he'll
Go
do
ahead.
it again. Hey, nat 20.
There we go. Nice job. Nice way to end it. That ends it. Let us see how you did.
Not very well. My 2 nat 1s in a row.
Was
What's
it a
fun to
3?
watch? That was just 2.
No, it was 2. It was 2. I can do math there.
Yes.
I was like, hey, look, an event Eric's can actually compete in. Never mind.
No. He's only actually just good in performance. I just
That
rolled.
is 132. So, not very good.
Yeah, he was going to
He
try
tried
to
his
see
best.
if he'd be good
Yeah,
because he knows he's not
the
good in
performance
any
is
of
great,
them.
but unfortunately the dice were not in his favor.
No, not at all.
He tried his best.
He tried his best. When you try your best but you don't succeed, still pretty face.
Never do it again.
Keep
Um,
sucking, because eventually you will succeed.
Yeah. All right, we could do
Whereas-
this for forever, but as you guys continue to practice your events, the sun begins to set on this day in Athens. The plan is to spend the night here, and tomorrow you will head to Philoi and the real Olympic Games. That's where we will pick up next week. Whew! The Olympics, y'all. It's gonna be nuts.
I'm gonna
It'll be
learn the
fun.
Olympic thing very crappily on a ukulele for next week.
Amazing.
I'm gonna start telling all my coworkers I'm competing in the Olympics.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us. As we said at the beginning, you can watch all of our episodes on our YouTube channel. This episode will be up in its entirety on YouTube on Saturday, so you can catch up before next week's episode, Monday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We hope to see you then for the beginning of the games. Until then, we love you very much, and we'll see you next time. Bye!